Who is low for just me, or is it me or is it just I don't
Shit,
know.
I never turned me up a little bit. Hold on.
You never turned yourself up.
Nah, bro, I was doing shit. What about now?
You sound way better.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was
You
doing shit.
sound way better. Thank you,
I was
Jesus
doing
Christ.
shit.
You aren't doing another goddamn thing.
Yeah, I was. I was editing this fucking video, bro. Suck my dick.
Anyway, man.
All right.
Right? You're so forceful. What the fuck? He's
A
low.
little bit.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Damn, y'all trying to get y'all earphones blown out.
Nigga, you're not that loud. Relax.
Okay, if you say so.
Okay, he about to turn that bitch up. Relax.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Okay, you're good. Okay, we're good. All right, let me go. Let me go ahead. Let me turn on the things. Of course, we're here. We're here. What is poppin', everybody?
Bitch, wave!
I
Oh my god. You know you're a terrible person, dog. Anybody ever just tell you a terrible
you
person?
did a little anime. It's this nigga just yeah. Anyway, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the Royal Roundtable podcast. We're litty. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since we've done the very first episode because literally when we started the episode, I was going through some unfortunate circumstances. But as you can tell, compared to the last episode, I'm in a different spot. We're here. And
It's been a month and a half.
no, it hasn't.
It's been a month and a half.
It's been a month. No, it has not.
Has it?
No, it's not.
No.
About a month and a half.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
I
no way.
don't believe that.
I think it's been a month probably. Anyway, we're back obviously, and some stuff has occurred in the last like couple of weeks and or month that we've been absent. Once again, I apologize for everybody who is who was waiting for this, but we're back. You guys already know me, but hello, my amazing co-host. How y'all doing? Michael, Iyoku, what's popping with the gang? I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's Gucci and the Coochie, bro. How y'all doing tonight?
Nobody says that.
What's Gucci
Yes, they
in the
do.
coochie?
Have you never heard that before?
It's 2008 again. It's 2008 again. Your age is showing.
Mikey's older than me.
Your age is showing, dog.
Nobody says that.
Anyway, dog, what the fuck? How was y'all weekend? What y'all been up to? I know it's been like a month and a half.
My
Sorry.
first month in my first class of school is done. It's over. It's finito.
Okay.
Oh man, it feels so good. It's because like my first class was presentations and shit, but now next month we're actually getting into game shit. Let's go.
What's up,
Yeah.
bro? How you liking it? How do you
What was
like
that like? How's the adjustment? Because you made that shit quick as fuck. I gotta be real with you. When you hit me
I
up
did.
and was like, I'm going back to school, dead ass, the next day, he was already, I'm just like, wait a minute. What the fuck? There was no prep in
signed up
that.
and ready to go, dog.
There was
Like,
no prep in that at all.
And you know what's crazy? I was talking to admissions, and they was like, "You are the fastest person to ever get all your paperwork in, like, on time, like before." Because I think I called them like at the beginning of October,
Mm-hmm.
and I started school. It was like the 5th or something, and I actually started school on the 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like you have gotten all your shit together, and you were just like the fastest. I was like, well, I mean, I wanted to go back to school.
Wait, so questions, how do you like how do you balance that? Because I know you got because you had like school and work, which you dead ass started in the exact same week.
Yeah, I did.
So it's like, how do you know when to do shit, when to not do shit, when to like get off and take care of the kids? Like, how do you make this shit work? Is the question I'm trying to ask you.
Well, the first class, I'm gonna have to do it on a class by class basis because like the first class was pretty cool. Like during the beginning of the week, basically they just asked us to post on this little school forum. So that's like the first assignment due in the middle of the week. All you have to do is post, get a discussion going, and then at the end of the week on Sundays, that's when your project is due for whatever you have to do for the week. So for like my presentations, I had to write papers, I had to make videos and shit like that. And me, I mean, making videos ain't shit.
Right.
That's all I did.
You've done it before.
That's literally all I did. As a matter of fact, I banged out my final project today, just last night in like 3 hours. So that wasn't shit. Writing papers is actually easier than I thought it was, because like I went to college before, and I already took the English class, and like all that shit from English, like sentence structures and all that kind of shit, perfect punctuation, it just comes right back to you. So
that's what's up. Okay.
But balance wise, I mean, like I say, I'm gonna have to take it class by class, but this class I just passed, I mean, I did everything on the weekends. I literally did nothing during the week because I'm still adjusting to my new job. And that's like, I'm tired every day when I get home. So.
Okay, so that's my next question. What the fuck do you do now?
Oh, I work at a pharmaceutical company. I basically.
You so dope.
Okay, money.
No.
What the fuck do you do?
I actually, I can't say that.
What you trying to do? What you trying to do, dog? Hey,
say it, bro.
What you trying to do? You can mute. You can mute and say it. I can read lips if you want.
I'm not gonna. No. Unlike a man of the street.
Okay.
I actually work at a real pharmaceutical company.
So you do sell dope. It's legal dope.
No, it's pharmaceutical.
I'm
tools,
coming
basically.
I will be there tomorrow.
I am coming. Literally. I am literally on my way.
No, I work in a stock room, and I basically hand off parts to a building room. They call it the clean room.
Okay.
And they get parts ready for this this eye surgery machine.
Okay. Damn.
So really, dog, like if I get hired on, like good benefits, good
it's a
stock
temp job,
options.
ain't it? Like
it's a temp job, but they're already training me for permanent.
Okay.
So,
and you said you were getting paid about the same as much as the Amazon, or that more?
Yeah. See, I work with Amazon. I worked 3 days out of the week. This is full time, 40 hours a week. So I'm getting pretty much exact same. Well, no, actually more.
I was saying you're getting more.
I'm getting more pay from here than I would at Amazon. And if they hire me on full time, then I will be I'll get a raise. So I'll basically be just doing the same thing I'm doing now, working 5 days a week and sometimes overtime on Saturdays. Then I'm getting a raise.
Somebody said he's selling eye coke. That boy got that. I need that, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Anyway, wait. So you know what's crazy, dog? Whenever we go to like these conventions and shit, now Mikey's gonna actually come in that bitch with a stack of money. He gonna take us. He gonna take us out to eat, dog. He like, nigga, I'm good.
Crazy the next time I go out.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't drink. Please don't drink.
Huh?
Don't open up a tab or none of that shit.
What?
Don't open a tab or none of that shit, nigga.
You're absolutely mad if you don't think I'm wilding out.
Not drink. Hello.
No,
I'm
Mikey
wilding
does drink.
out.
Mikey drinks, but when
All
he
right,
has when he has a lot of money, he tends to just fuck it the entire weekend. So one time I think it was like one of the PAX South or some shit. This nigga Mikey came in that bitch with the least. This nigga Mikey, he that ass went back to fucking working at, I don't know where, at his truck shit for like a good month and a half, right? This nigga Mikey went to that bitch for 2 weeks, came back to the trip like $600, and we were just like, nigga, $600 for the trip? He's like, yes. So the entire time, Mikey was just eating just to be eating, drinking just because he had it. The nigga went. He damn near almost bought a fucking life-size Mega Man Buster. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I should have pulled the trigger on that one.
No, relax. And I know this is coming from me. I know this is coming from me.
Bro, that might have been worth it.
Coming from you.
Like, I didn't spend like $260 on a GameCube. It's different.
This nigga had how much was your tab at that bar? Your tab was like $80-$90. And you bought me one drink. No, this nigga bought me. He bought me one drink, and his tab was $90. This nigga didn't share. All that was for him.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so that's a lie first and foremost. I bought
How?
No.
Where is it?
So watch. You can ask Craig
Where's
this
the
shit.
lie?
There was these two Mexican girls on the fucking side of our table, and he was trying to talk to them. And he's like, "Yo, Nick, buy me a drink," because he was having issues. So I said, "Okay, cool. Get you two of them bitches." And when he came back, them hoes were gone. And the girls that were talking to him, they ended up having a nigga. And then they just up and left. So when
remember that.
So when Craig came back with the two drinks that weren't even what I was drinking at first, which were like $7, them bitches were like at least 12. He came back with two of them bitches. I said, you know what, bro? Give me that bitch, cause she already gone. I want one of them. He drunk one of them. At that point, I was already damn near drunk. I scarfed that bitch down, and I was like, we good. We are fine. And I proceeded to go back to my $7 drinks. I was drunk up my fucking mind. And I was talking to some girl at the time, nigga. I was Marvin's room in that bitch, nigga. I was in that bitch at my phone. The whole club was playing like some rave ass music, but in my head it's like some chopped and screwed shit. So I'm over here just like damn near fucking eyes diluted and shit. The text messages is blurry and shit. It was a wrap. It was a wrap for me, my nigga. It was a wrap.
We didn't need drugs.
We didn't need drugs. We were drunk. And then, that's the same night that Shino got into a humongous ass fight. I went to the fucking McDonald's, and I fucking got me 2 double quarter pounders and a large fry, scarfed them bitches down, and walked home.
I know that night.
Yes.
I wasn't there at all, but I definitely know that night. When you mentioned Shino and getting in a fight,
yes,
I recognize that night. Okay.
That's what happened.
Nice.
After that whole entire fight, nigga, the whole damn club evacuated. And I went to the fucking McDonald's upstairs. That shit was hilarious. That shit was
all
great.
I see, yo. I was standing. Stats was on my left. Nick was on my right, and all I see, I move over to talk to Stats, and then the next thing you see is this nigga sliding all the way across the floor, and Nick is gone. Nick is gone.
No, cause this nigga is this like Mexican nigga in like this black shirt. Shino, like I guess him and Shino got into it, and Shino was trying to fight the dude and the girl, cause the girl was over here speaking off his shit, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not having that shit." So I see this 5'6" Mexican dude in like a red shirt, kind of like mine right now. He like running up behind shit, trying to punch him. Nigga, I promise you, I'm drunk as shit, but my eye is like focused on this moment. And I dashed over there, damn near grabbed this nigga, launched his ass off of Shino. This nigga tried to like square up. I'm already about to punch them. I'm about to throw the first punch at this nigga. Stats pulls me back. Mikey's like, nah, relax. I'm over here like I want that nigga's ass, bro. Cause this nigga got real buck. Like, dog, tell your man not to hit a girl. I'm like, nigga, fuck out of here, bitch. I wanted smoke that night. For whatever reason, I wanted smoke that night. But I was drunk. I was drunk as shit, but as soon as I saw Shino on the ground, I immediately was like, we're not doing that. This is not, I didn't spend $300-something coming to this motherfucker for this shit, for some shit to pop off, and me not get involved. 1, I wanted to fight. 2, they were trying to jump this nigga. There was like maybe like 4 or 5 other niggas on him.
Yeah.
Minus the 2 he was fighting. And I'm like, we're not doing this shit, nigga. We're not about to do this. Not in San Antonio. You niggas are not that tough, bro. And so I just like, fuck that. I'm here. So we got kicked out of the bar, but before we got kicked out, nigga, I went I went in that bitch. I turned on my fucking phone flashlight because Shino lost his wallet. So I went to that entire fucking club. Niggas cleared out the fucking way from me. I'm over here like a police officer, flashing everybody and shit, moving out the way. I'm like, nah, bitch. And so Shino lost his wallet, and I said, fuck. And his coat. So I said, fuck it. We went up to the McDonald's, nigga. Everybody got fucking nuggets. Everybody got the quarter pounders. Everybody got the large fries. We got our sweet teas, and we walked our asses home. We just mobbed there at the rest of the night, and then maybe like 2 or 3 hours later, we just went to sleep.
Damn, dog. I feel left out because I wasn't a part of the clique at the time.
Was you there?
Nah, I definitely wasn't there.
Oh, well, shut the fuck up. What?
No, you weren't there.
You wasn't there.
I just said that.
You weren't there, nigga.
I just said that.
How you feel left out of some shit you wouldn't even thought
I
of?
wasn't. A
You weren't even born. What the fuck's happening?
I wasn't
You about 2 years too late.
Yikes.
But no, like that shit. I don't know, dog. That night, I was definitely drunk, and I was just not in the mood because I was having like girl issues and shit on my phone. Ask Mikey. We were at the pool tables, nigga. I was leaning back on them bitches. Got my
Were you
shot.
crying, though?
Woo.
Were you
No, I wasn't
crying?
crying. No, I was not crying. I was out of it. But yeah, we're not even talking about what the fuck we were supposed to be talking about.
Right.
Wait, why would you
Hey,
do any of
man,
that
look,
sober?
that's
Exactly,
the
big plays.
podcast.
Exactly. I wouldn't do that any like sober. But that shit was great. That was a great ass night, dude. We definitely got to have more eventually. But I don't know if I want to go to a convention again for those type of moments. Definitely, I don't know, dude. It's weird because conventions are kind of different now. Conventions
That's
are
why
conventions are different now. Everybody's talking about going to PAX East next year, and I'm gonna be real with you. That shit, I don't even, nigga. I moved out, nigga. Unless niggas start donating hella money and shit, and ads go up, and a nigga blows up. I'm probably not gonna go to the convention anytime soon. Unfortunately, responsibilities and priorities at that point.
Yep.
You're a big boy now.
I'm trying to move out this bitch.
So we trying to move transition, but besides chaos, Yoku, what have you been on? Okay, all right, okay.
Surprisingly, all right. Check this out. No depressed shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See?
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
editing, a couple different videos here and there. I've been behind the scenes doing a couple different things. You know, I ain't had no internet this morning though. I woke up at like 12. I went to bed at 4. Not gonna lie to you, I was probably watching some shit that I wasn't supposed to be watching. But that's
porn?
beside the point. Yeah, but
On
like
your
you know how
phone?
when you no, like on the computer. You know how like when that's how I found out that I didn't have no internet at 4 o'clock in the morning is because like that bitch just stopped. It was like this video is not available any longer. I'm like, yo, did they delete the video while I was watching? Like, was I doing too much? Like, I don't know. But you know when you just doing the thing and you're like on page 87 because you can't find what you're looking for, and at that point you're just like watching shit just to watch shit. That's what kind of night I had last night. It was just
I
it
want
was
you to
just
know.
there.
I had to download a video 2 days ago because it was fire. I was like, nigga, if this shit gets deleted, if this gets deleted, my nigga, I'm deleting my channel. I need that shit ASAP Rocky, nigga. I need that. You know what else is Rocky?
Yeah.
I need that. I need that.
I'm pretty sure I know which video you're talking about too.
What?
Yeah.
What video?
Off the bat, just like
Mikey?
that.
Hmm.
Mikey got experience, dog. He just know.
No, I just know Nick.
Nah, bro. Mikey got experience. You gonna be like, yeah, dog. So I was
Wait,
on
what?
explicitly X videos, page 87 of the
X
BBW.
videos.
I'm just saying. And
X-
Mikey's gonna be like, yo, I know that video.
I haven't been
Yeah,
on
that's
X
that video
videos
about
in
this,
years,
that,
my
and that.
nigga. I haven't been on X videos in years.
X videos used to be the
I went
spot. It used to
I
be
went
the spot.
I started adapting. I went from X videos to Pornhub to Spank Bang for like 3 years, and then
Dang.
I found this fire ass site.
Bang bang.
Yo. Yeah.
What are we? Aren't we supposed to be talking about video games?
These are video games. Somewhere in a different universe on Earth 4, these are video games.
Bro. Shit. Nigga.
All right, continue.
You want me to continue with the conversation or what? We go to the next one. We go to the next one. Yo. And then I found this website like last year, right? It's called, get ready for this shit, right? Get ready to type this shit in like tab of somebody. Do this for me. It's pornplease.com, right?
What the fuck?
It got all the shit. Imagine, like, you know how niggas used to like share the fucking Bang Bros account or whatever?
Yeah.
We don't need that shit no more. We don't need that shit no more. We don't need that shit no more at all. At all. That site, legendary, my nigga. I'm telling y'all this right now. Yeah, we need that. Yo. Hey, we go. Yeah.
Oh
Man.
So,
Oh shit. But
Copa.
no. But Pokemon Sword and Shield came out last week. How are you all? How are y'all enjoying it? What's y'all opinions on it? Yada yada.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Probably one. I mean, okay, so coming from, I don't think it's better than X and Y because I don't think they will ever be able to top Megas. But the new Pokemon, most of them are fire except for the fucking fossils. Gameplay wise, a little bit linear, but I mean, I think it makes up for it with the wild area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to the end game yet, so I'm still waiting to see all the post game shit, like the Gigamax Pokemon that you can catch post game and all that kind of shit. So I'm still playing, but I would definitely rank it because I think X and Y is probably the best Pokemon game I've ever played. That's just my opinion. I rate it right underneath X and Y.
For the enjoyment factor, or just
for the enjoyment factor, and well, I enjoyed X and Y because I was competitive. Okay. So if competitive is anything like X and Y, or at least as fun as X and Y was, you all right? You gonna die?
I'm dying. I was dying way too hard. I apologize, everybody.
Yikes.
Shit. Go ahead.
But yeah, if the competitive is anything near X and Y, then it's a good game to me. Sun and Moon's ass. Sorry.
Okay. So,
sorry.
I half-heartedly agree. My opinion about Sword and Shield is split, and I have to say this as a forewarning / disclaimer. Nah, it's just a forewarning. All right, anybody in the chat that has not beaten the game yet?
I literally said I haven't beaten the game.
Bro, chill. How far are you in the game?
Man, fuck all that bullshit. The story ain't even that fucking good to even be. Bro, I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. You can't spoil Pokemon Sword and Shield. That story is fucking ass. But continue, Yoku. You're not missing out. So, trust me. Continue.
Like Nick basically said it. I'm so disappointed in the story. Like, I'm not gonna say the story itself. Just know I'm disappointed in the story. I wanted so much more from Sword and Shield story. The first proper Pokemon game on the Switch, and y'all couldn't give us a grand story. And I compare everything to Gen 5. I don't want to hear your mouth about that one, Nick, but I compare every single story now to Gen 5. Gen 7 is good too. Me and you have had that conversation before, and I do recognize Gen 7 is having a really solid story to tell. And even that doesn't compare to Sword and Shield. Like it's not there. Sword and Shield needed something throughout the end. It was just like all of the story for Sword and Shield was at the end. It was literally like, hey, you beat the game. Here's story. Like your reward for beating the game is some story. And I'm like, why? Like I just did all this for story. But on the other end, I still love Sword and Shield. I think this game makes you feel like a trainer. It's just the experience. As a game experience, this is top 3 for me. I would definitely throw Sword and Shield in top 3 for me as a game experience. Like story aside, just game overall, it's in top 3. I would definitely throw.
Okay. This is my turn, right? Yeah. I got a lot of shit to say about these games. All right. I want to disclaimer this. I want to preface this with
I hate Sword.
No. Since most of the people watching this are like watching like my playthrough as well, right? a lot of that playthrough is a lot of my first impressions with the game. That playthrough ended literally before the games were released.
Yeah, you beat it. You beat it that Thursday morning.
Yeah,
actually,
I beat it that Thursday. That everybody was uploading their parts and shit, but I uploaded my part 1 that same day, but I was already at like Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, okay, I'll just finish this shit up. I've had like a week and a half to sit with this game, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do not like these games. I don't. I'm gonna be real. It's weird because where do I even start? Let's start with the story. There is no story. I'm gonna keep it about a brick with you. If there is any type of story in Sword and Shield, it's through the characters, mainly being Hop. Bede reminds me of Paul a lot, but like a more flamboyant Paul. Every time I always read his dialogue in like Frieza's voice.
Oh, that's pretty. I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
good.
I do. I look at B and I like read what he says, and I just hear Frieza's voice for some reason. I just do. But Bede, it sucks when you hear about him because it's like, oh hey, this guy's a dickhead. Then he gets his shit taken away. Then it's like, oh hey, he was an orphan, so him getting his shit taken away is like very important to him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like
also real is turkey. I just saw that comment there and I had to like speak up on it. That's not true. There's a couple of Pokemon games that actually have a good in parentheses story. But we can talk about that later. Continue. Nick.
We'll get to that soon. Actually, I disagree with that completely. But most of the story is through the characters. And I guess to some degree you can say that that's all you really need. But not when there's like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really nothing. So think about it. So Hop, for the most part, is fanboying his brother. He is dick riding the fuck out of his brother, right? He has an inferiority. Nuh-uh.
Do you hate Hop?
Do I hate Hop?
Do you hate Hop?
Yes and no.
Okay. I don't hate Hop. I have like a whole. I guess I'm like one of the opposites. A lot of people.
A lot of people like Hop for some reason.
Trashing Hop, and I think.
Well, no. Because the thing about it is
the reason why he's a good character.
Yeah, no. So Hop for the most part is literally a fanboy. You know, he's a fanboy. He's a fanboy of his own brother. He lives in the shadow of his own brother, and he tries to break through, but he doesn't because not only is he going against his brother's shadow, but he's also has you as a rival. You're the main character. You have to win. Meaning you have to beat this nigga's ass. And that's fucking with him as a character, right? So not only does he have to live in the shadow of his brother, but the potential, the possibility of you as his best friend, he's second best. Which he was already second best in his family. If you go look at, his family's house and shit, they love his brother. They're all fans of his brother. They're the most successful. That has been a champion for at least 10 to maybe 15 years. Right? His brother won the league when he was 10. He's been the champion since. You're starting off your journey, I think about the same age as him and/or like a couple years older than where he started. So you're like, he's been reigning champion. He's been unbeatable, quote unquote, for 10 plus years. Which is fucking insane, mind you. Remember that. So it's okay, cool. So Hop as a character is really, really complex. I feel like as a rival, he's terrible, but as a character, yes.
Yeah.
As a character,
that's a really good
as a character, yes. He's kind of Hop reminds me of Lily if Lily could battle. If anybody,
Barry.
No. I want you to know. I can't even say Barry. Hop reminds me of the Hop's like a plot device more so than Hop's a plot device. He's like N, where it's like he moves the narrative forward, but for himself and shit. I feel like Hop is cool and all, and the fact that people hate him, I feel like that's a good testimony to what they were trying to do.
Yeah, like if I can piggyback off of what you're saying, I like the idea, or rather the concept that they took with Hop, and how you mentioned the plot device, right? Hop isn't, and I don't want to say it's the first time they've been doing it in a few games. If we want to think about it that way, because you mentioned it with Gladion too, and I can talk about that as well. The way they're doing these characters now, they're not making the characters to be your rival. They're making the character to be their own character. So Hop is living his life in the world of Galar. You the player are living your life in the world of Galar. Y'all just happen to be rivals. You see what I'm saying? Like going through what Hop is doing and everything like that, and he's like, all right, cool. I gotta beat my brother. I gotta be better than my brother. Yada yada, whatever. All of that is Hop's journey. It's the same thing that because I know what's the quote? I stole it from one of my thumbnails. Hop says in the beginning of the game something about like not telling your tale or not caring about your stuff, but this is my tale. Like this is the tale of my legend. That's Hop's quote. Is something like, "This is the tale of my legend." The entire playthrough for him is his tale. That's his story. So when he goes back home, hey mom, this is what I did. Here's my week-long progress of what I did in the region of Galar, or a month, or however long it takes in the world of Galar. It's his story. Marnie is telling her story. Like everyone has their own story. So in previous Pokemon games, it was always about us, the main character, right? Because that's just how Pokemon is. But as of late, all these characters are actual characters. That's why I really wanted more from the story itself and not just the characters. Like imagine really good characters plus an amazing story. Then you just win.
I think, I don't know. It's definitely a different approach because like, and this is why I compare. I feel like Hop is literally Hop beat Leon, or if he didn't beat his granddad. Because that's the thing about Hal. Hal is literally like, I feel like he's the regular ass kid who wants to who lives in the shadow of his grandfather, and you know the whole purpose of the Alola League is like, oh shit, the Kahunas are the strongest trainers in the region. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, hey Hop, you got to do this, you know, because you're Hala's grandson. He's like, nigga, I just want to live life. I just want to live life. And as he goes on, it's like, okay, I'm going to beat my fucking grandfather's ass. And he does. He becomes a champion for a minute. And in Ocean Ultramoon, he beats everybody.
Yeah.
He becomes a champion. It's like, fuck that. I did it. You know what I'm saying? But then in Galar, it's like Hop lives in the shadow of his brother and he can't beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? He can't win. I think that's the big opposite thing here is they both live under the shadows of relatives and shit, but the difference is their resolve, because Hop, when he loses, he just says, you know what, this isn't for me. I'm just gonna go be a professor, or I'm gonna strive to be a professor. I'm gonna try to help out Pokemon. I'm gonna try and, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be that guy instead of being a trainer, because obviously a trainer doesn't work for me. I've been losing this entire time. Fuck it. I don't have to compete with, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to compete with my brother. I don't have to compete with my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be my own person and I'm going to become, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do my own thing.
My biggest gripe with Hop, and you see it throughout, I hate that we're like giving all this stuff to Mike and he's going through the game, but that's my biggest gripe with Hop.
Fuck me,
going
right?
through the story, you see that he has a very defeatist mindset. You're not missing out.
No. Now this
mindset, and I hate it.
No. Now this one's done. People gonna kill me for this. People are gonna kill me for this. But this is
Yeah,
ooh,
spoiler.
Ooh,
Spoiler.
No. I'm gonna say a hot take, but I don't think it's a hot take at all. I think it's one of those I think it's one of those things that people just, you shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Hop, the only reason why people like Hop is because they relate to the fact that they feel inferior to somebody else.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I think that's very much
valid.
A reality.
Yeah, I was gonna say
reality.
Because you gotta think like Hop, his entire life, right? Hop, his entire life has to live in the shadow, and that's why I don't like Hop a lot, right? Because I used to like I used to compare myself a lot to people that I just knew I just couldn't be, right? And at some point, I grew out of that, and I obviously just never, you know what I'm saying? I never compare, because I used to compare myself to my cousins. My cousins a lot. They were like the straight A student. They were like the honor roll kids, and my mom all the time would be like, "How come you weren't like your cousins and shit?" Mind you, our entire upbringings were different. You know what I'm saying? We lived in the fucking streets of Chicago. They lived in the fucking suburbs. You know what I'm saying? So they had that luxury of being in a safe environment. Me, I actually had to go out and basically learn how to live on my own, because my whole family's in a fucking disarray. You know, the streets raised me. They were raised by their parents and their mother and shit like that. They went to these good schools and shit like that, right? And so as a child, I used to actually feel like I was second fiddle. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it, okay, I'm not my cousins. Fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at some point, you know, through being raised in, I guess, the environment that I was raised in, you know, that's when the rebellious phase comes in, and I just said, you know, fuck all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck about my cousins. I don't give a fuck about, you know, the opinions of my mom and everybody else who thinks I should live by all their own expectations and shit. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started doing YouTube. YouTube was an escape from, you know, life and shit like that. Especially when my uncle died, it was crazy for me. It was dark. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, fuck this shit. So I don't, and it started for me really, really early on. But that was just my resolve, right? I never compared myself to people forcefully. I never because Hop has this thing where it's like, oh, hey, if I lose, it makes my brother looks bad. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck about nobody else in my family, you know, when it came to living my own life and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how many, doubtful things people have said to me, no matter how many bashing things, I've been attacked before for the type of person that I used to be and shit like that. And I never let that forestall me as a person and me progressing through whatever I want to do in my own life, right? And that's just me. I don't relate to Hop. But a lot of people who may have that inferiority complex into them, or have family members they compare themselves to and lives in the shadows of and shit like that, they might like Hop. So yes, while Hop, I feel like Hop, the only reason why people like Hop is because they can see themselves in Hop. They see what Hop is, and how Hop just says, aha, I'm gonna try, and you know what? It's not for me. Fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? They see the disappointment in Hop as what he is to his family. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about it too, is if you pay attention to Sword and Shield, nobody but Hops think this way. Nobody but him thinks that he's like an inferior character. Besides Bede. Leon encourages him. You know what I'm saying? All the gym leaders give him his praise and shit. They give him his flowers and shit, but it's something that's in there. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody else in the world of Galar besides him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's his own complex.
And so him, I feel like a lot of people, why they like Hop, it's an internal thing, because they themselves don't feel like they're enough. They feel like they're holding somebody back in their family, or they're holding themselves back from some shit, or they're trying to achieve something that they themselves don't believe in. Because Hop kept trying, yes, but in the back of his mind, you can see it in his character, he slowly started to give up before the Pokemon League even started. Mm-hmm. Like before he got to the semifinals, he himself
Bede fight, bro.
That Bede fight, and I was live streaming this shit, and I was playing through Shield, and the moment I got to the Bede fight, I literally stopped and said, "Hey, this is where Bede's character goes down, and this is where Hop's character goes down, and Bede starts to improve a lot."
Yeah.
They
straight crushed him.
He destroyed that nigga, and ever since then, Hop gave up. Hop kept trying because he, in his mind, was going to make his brother look bad if he quit it. Mentally, he quit long time ago.
Yeah, he was done.
And that's his thing. Like, my thing is, as a rival, Hop is bad because he gives up. He just gave up. For those who don't know, it's okay to give up. It's okay. Not everybody Not everybody gets to where they need to go to. Not everybody gets, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gets
Holy
there.
shit.
Not everybody gets their just dues. They don't get to see their dreams full front. Sometimes a dream defers a lot, and then you have to reroute it. You probably have to give that one up to start another one. You have to live your life to get more dreams. Okay, one door closes, another one opens up. For those who, you know what I'm saying, for some life lessons and shit, right? But the thing is, the difference between, and this is what makes Hop is a good. I love this. I love how I separated the two. Hop is an amazing character, one of our best characters yet, right? He's up there with Lily. He's up there with Gladian. He's up there with Hal. I mean, with Hal, Ocean Ultramoon Hal. He's up there with them, right? But as a rival, he's just not it. Notice how all the people that I just talked about, and this is adding to your point, Ioku, are later game characters. Because in Sword and Shield, I mean, in Sun and Moon, they're different. Mm-hmm. They're in Sun and Moon.
I hated Lily.
But Lily's the best character.
Yeah, but I hated her until I realized that. I beat the game.
And this is
I hated Lily for months.
I want everybody to know, and I'm gonna say this shit right now. Me and Nexus have had this conversation plenty of times. If you watch like any of our versuses or our soul links, they'll tell you. I say this shit all the time. Lily is the best Pokemon character we have ever received. Literally. She deadass goes through her whole entire life being abused by her mom, who's obsessive with the Ultra Beast or some shit like that, who is neglecting her children, damn near beating her children, making her children feel like fucking trash. And for Lily to deadass go through that, find some type of solace in you as a character, and uses that to leave home and goes on her own journey, nigga, she is completely different, my nigga. She was a timid ass bitch when we met her.
That's like maximum character growth.
She was scared. She didn't want to do shit. She was scared as fuck to talk when you met her. And then at the end of the game, this bitch is leaving the Kanto. I'm gonna go on my own fucking journey. Her and her mom made peace. Fire. That whole thing is fire as fuck. Gladian is the exact same way, but he just went and started running. You know, and started running the Aether Foundation. So their resolve is different, but their progression is the exact same. Gladian's just more edgy because, you know, I don't know, dude. It's weird. You could have switched. You could have switched the two. That's exactly what Ultramoon was. You could have just switched the two, and their resolve would have been the exact same thing. One of them was gonna leave. One of them was gonna take over. One of them was gonna help their mom. It was the exact same thing. That's my thing. I'm just like, you know, notice how all the good characters are our last two generations. 8th and 7th gen, when it comes to character development, when it comes to characters, when it comes to just story in general, are our best iterations yet. But only in the characters. I feel like 7th gen is the best story we have.
I think I really have to go back and play through 7th gen. I might make that something I'll do early next year as a project or something. I don't know. But I have to go back and play 7th gen and then 5th gen. Or vice versa. Because I got to compare them. I got to see why you say...
If you... The only thing I wish they would do, and everybody else who was here for this, because we did a stream about this before. The only thing that I would do, there's a scene in Ocean Ultramoon where Moan from the Poképelago goes back and... goes back to the Aether Foundation, and he goes there to observe it. That little scene where Lusamine finally sees that nigga again after like years. And if you were to put that cutscene in Sun and Moon, we would not need Ocean Ultramoon. We would not need that damn game. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't need that. We wouldn't need that. We would, because that'd be the ultimate way to send this shit off. And that's it. And then I wish they did more with Marnie. Because Marnie, I feel like Marnie got cucked. I'm going to be real with you. I feel like...
Marnie got cucked hard,
dude. Marnie got cucked because, like, it's one of those things where it's like a lingering shadow. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, hey, here's Marnie. She comes from the slums and shit, but you never find this shit about her dead ass, like, till the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Marnie's just a regular ass person. She comes in, she's like, oh, hey, you know, you're my rival. You know, you're, you know what I'm saying? You're another gym challenger of mine. we're one of like the 3 or 4 people who are winning and shit. Mind you, we never see these 3 or 4 people. It's literally just us and Hop. B is just
we were talking
qualified.
about that too. If we would have had more
Yeah,
trainers,
no.
actual people who were in the game.
We're gonna get to that anxiety and that tire. You see what I'm rocking with. So Marnie, how they promoted Marnie seemed like she was a way more involved character.
Yeah.
But then when you get to Spike Muth, which mind you is the last like 30 minutes of the game story, that's when they just give you all of her shit. You know, they just give it to you. They just like, hey, here's her town. You know what I'm saying? Here's her town. Here's her brother. Her brother is the leader of Team Yell. Team Yell are fanboys of Marnie. Boom, boom, boom. And then you go on like they never existed ever again after that. After you leave Spike Move, that is literally it. And then
if we would have gotten Marnie's like just to piggyback off of that, if Marnie, when you do find out when you go to Spike Muth and then you see who her brother is and like all of that kind of just transpires together, the relationship that she has with her brother, and it really only shows after you leave there and then you go into the league, because there's one particular quote or clip that they have and he loses. Her brother loses in the league and she's all like, I trusted you to win the league. Like, you were supposed to win because you don't use Dynamax. You're the one person in Galar that does not use Dynamax. You were supposed to win because I lost. Like, and she was hurt. Not because she lost, but because he lost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
like,
it's really dope. Right there. It's really dope, the dynamic of the two, because he's her biggest fan, but then she's his biggest fan.
Yeah.
So and he didn't know that. In his mind, it was just like, you know, you're my little sister. You're way better than me. He's a depressed fuck. So he's just like, you know, you're way better than me. You know, I love you. You know, aspire to be better. Shit like that. And she's like, no, nigga, you're fucking raw. And it's like, wait a minute, why did you tell me that? What the fuck? It's dope. It's dope. It's just like, okay, cool. So I like those two characters. I wish they got more in the game, though. I thought there was just so much more in the story that they could like do with those two, and even Bede too, because Bede, and this is why I feel like Bede reminds me of like Paul, because Bede for the entirety of the game, he's a fucking dickhead, right? Then once he gets disqualified, it's like, okay, fuck this nigga, fuck him, right? Then you find out 20-30 minutes later, hey, this nigga don't got a family no more. Chairman Rose found him and confided in him or whatever. You know, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, he put him on there. And so when Chairman Rose disowned this nigga, that's when he just felt defeated. He ain't look defeated to me. When you meet that nigga before he meets Opal or Opal or whatever, he's just like, you're here to bask in the fact that I got disqualified. You're like, yeah, bitch.
You know what's funny about that? It's a depression thing. He masked because it's present. He masked his depression or his emotions
and that snarky shit.
Hurt. Yeah, and
that's why he reminds me of Paul, because Paul had the exact same bullshit, because his older brother, if you remember him, Paul from the anime, his older brother was the happy-go-lucky one. And he always told that nigga Paul, like, dog, like, you know, it's okay, my nigga. It's cool. And Paul was just like, nah. You know, Paul was like, no, I want to be the best. Like, nigga, relax. It's like, no. So, I don't know. It kind of, I don't know. The absolute best thing about these games are the characters. Yeah. But that is literally it for me. I feel like if you were to take away the characters, the story is fucking ass.
If you take away the characters, I wouldn't have finished this game. It would have been another Ultra Sun and Moon.
No, exactly. Like if you were to take away the characters, this game is ass to me. I feel like the region itself is small as fuck, despite how big it looks. And that's what fucking sucks about it. Let's be 100% honest here. You went through those black screens, those black loading screens. You got on a route. You maybe fought like 2 or 3 characters. You're in the next town, battle the next gym leader. You go to a complete circle, go up the train, go in a complete circle again, go up. And that's it. That's literally it, right? The meat of the game is in the wild area. And for me, I'm going to be 100 with you. I didn't pay $60 to fucking play Pokemon Go.
Yeah, no, I get your perspective on it entirely because you don't want to get back into competitive.
No, no, no.
Right?
And if you take away the raid battles, which are just Pokemon Go raid battles, right? If you take away the raid battles, unless you're somebody who is deeply invested in shiny hunting, competitive training, and that's it, you know what I'm saying? Then these games are kind of ass to you. I saw somebody on a timeline talking about how there's no content in this game. And I said, what do you mean? The raid battles don't make up for the lack of content elsewhere. And I had to realize that this was a person who was a casual person.
Yeah. So
casual
they
Pokemon
have, like,
players. Casual Pokemon players. Sorry to burst people's bubble and shit. They don't play for the story. They press A. They just play to collect their Pokemons, do whatever little Ami shit there is, and that is literally it. You know what I'm saying? This game, I feel like as casuals, this game has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But for competitive people, it's the easiest it's ever been. For shiny hunting niggas, there's more content in there for shiny hunting. And for raid battles, if you like Pokemon Go, here you don't have to go outside no more. You don't have to go outside no more, so here you go. So that's my thing. For the casual players, this is not the game for you, I feel like.
Right now, it's not. Right now. I honestly think that they will add more to the wild area. Like, more things to do, more...
No, I don't think so.
That's what the wild area is created for.
Well, no. So I disagree because all they can do is add more Pokemon.
No, I doubt that.
What else can they do? They can add towns.
I'm still in favor that we're gonna get event DLC.
Well, no. Event DLC is literally just raid battles.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm bringing it all the way back.
So like some 4th gen shit.
Yeah. Like, remember the Darkrai shit where you had to go to the shaman place or whatever, the Cresselia place. You got to snag Cresselia. You come back, you show the Cresselia to the dude, you get the Darkrai, and then boom. Or the Victini shit from Gen 5. That was really short, but still, point being, I'm taking it way back because they have the potential to do that now.
They would have to. I still disagree because half the towns are fucking empty.
I mean, but think about this though. This game is this is their flagship game that's supposed to. The sales are already out there, so like regardless of what people feel, it's
still successful.
They've already made their money,
right?
Yeah, they've already made their money. But in terms of, you already deal with the backlash. You've been dealing with backlash. It's still going on. As a company, as a game company, or just a company in general who deals with PR, being Nintendo and Game Freak, one of the biggest people, you have to keep away, or you have to find a way to keep balance. You can't just have a negative rep because whenever it comes in next year, their literally only option is to do Gen 4 remakes.
Okay, so watch this.
Just hypothetically, if they had no intention on doing that next year,
they
would have to do it to fix
Would
things.
you be perfectly fine with, for the next, I want to say, year until the next games get announced? If they're a Sword and Shield 2 or a Sinnoh remakes, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? For the next year or so, they make it to where, like, on Diamond and Pearl, instead of, so how about this? Hey, here's an event, Cresselia and Darkrai, right? Yeah. And I don't know, they give you like some fucking some items via the Pokemon Center or some shit through an NPC or whatever. And you can just go do the raid battles, you can catch your Pokemon, and that's it.
Nah. I know that's what's gonna happen.
Well, no, because this is my thing. The thing about the old Pokemon games and the thing about Pokemon games in general, this is what I talked about last time, right? Is that Pokemon Sword and Shield, the towns themselves are empty. There are literally no places they can put NPCs in because they already cut them bitches off.
Mm-hmm.
If you the whole fairy type gym leader, right, is two buildings, a Pokemon Center, and a gym.
Yeah.
Bees Town is a shanty town, but you can't go into those buildings. You can only talk to the 2 niggas who sell you the shit, the 5 little kids who are having fun with the bronze on, and then the little shit in the Spike Move is literally just a fucking line, a hallway, literally. Spike Move is that's a straight shot, and it's a gym. There is nothing you can do with that. And that's my thing. Because in events, in old Pokemon games, the towns themselves, while they were bare, they have some type of shit in there. Like how in what was the name of Canalave City for Diamond and Pearl, right?
Yeah.
They had that whole motel in the back that was locked. Nobody knew what the fuck that was, right? Until you beat the game and they had the Darkrai event. All of a sudden, that bitch was open.
Hold on.
Okay? All of a sudden, that bitch was open, right? And that shit was fire. Because they were able to unlock a place that, hey, you can't go in. And that's it. This game it doesn't have, oh shit, you can't go up in here or the door is locked. My nigga, you deadass walk to those doors, they don't open. You press A, and there is no dialogue to say, oh, this shit's locked.
Yeah, ain't shit there.
And then Winden, the main city, the one at the top, the biggest city, you know what I'm saying? The biggest city in the entire region is 3 lines. Literally. 3 lines.
This game's linear as fuck.
You deadass go in that town, there are 3 lines. There are 3 lines. You either go to the hotel, go to the Pokemon Stadium, or you take your ass to the I forgot what was in the middle. But this game, I promise you, they really want you to spend a lot of time in the wild area. The wild area is the meat of this game. And when I do see DLC and future spin-offs coming into play, most of that is going to be in the form of raid battles. Oh, hey, Dialga and Palkia are coming out for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Be sure to go get your shits in the raid. Oh, but before that, you have to go to the fucking, before you go get your Palkia and Dialga, you have to go to your Pokemon Center, talk to whatever NPC we have there, grab your item for those two, the Luxurious and the Gracious Orb or some shit, then go to the designated raid, do that, they're gonna be fucking hard as hell to beat, and that's it. So I 100%, when I do see DLC content coming, it will be in the form of wild areas shit.
I mean,
wild area stuff could be okay, and I mean, I don't know, like,
and
I
plus,
say it's not that different from what's happened before though. Like, events are like event Pokemon. You're getting event Pokemon. They just cutting out the middleman. They're just cutting out the middleman.
I guess. And no. But think about that though is like, think about the events, and this is what makes events really good in the after game. Events add
to the story.
Lore.
Yeah.
No. They add like lore to the world. Like when Celebi, right? You go through the entire thing in Johto thinking like, oh shit, the Ilex Forest is this sacred holy place, but you never actually see fucking Celebi at all. You never see him. You never see him at all until the after game when you get a flute. Then you go in that bitch, and in the remakes, they made it 10 times better. Rather than getting your fucking legendary Pokemon off the rip, nigga, they gave it to you, and here's a whole event for Silver. You see what I'm saying? They added to the lore. Meloetta is a dance opera Pokemon. You get her in Castelia City. You never see that bitch in the games at all, right? Until that one instance, and you have her. But it's not without some dialogue, not without some world building. Darkrai and Cresselia are literally a duo. To heal people of Darkrai's curse, you need Cresselia. But in order to get Cresselia, you have to catch Cresselia, grab the Lunar Wing, go to whoever did their like Team Plasma Victini as well. They added to the region is what I'm saying. There's not much to this region anyway, barring the legend of the 2 fucking dogs and the dragon.
So what I think is possible, because it's not like they haven't done it, and a prime example of that is Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had a base game, and then we had an expansion. and the actual expansion added shit that wasn't in the art already in the game.
Now that
Scratch NPCs,
now
and
that's
a whole different part of the map and like different places, all that shit. So
now,
they could do that for Pokemon.
Now that
it's
would be
just
different.
Game Freak wants to.
If Game Freak really wanted to, right? If Game Freak really wanted to, they would add so much more to the story, because it kind of sucks. Eternatus is one of the most underwhelming Pokemon.
I still
Literally.
don't know what the fuck that Pokemon.
That I want you to
like,
know.
exists for.
They talked about the Darkest Day maybe like 5 or 6 times in the story, and they still never went into what the fuck happened.
Facts. Like,
And
we had the whole Darkest Day fear,
then
and we
you
never got
see
it.
then you see Trainer Rose talking about, oh yeah, we awakened Eternatus, and it's like, nigga, okay. You see behind him the fucking cage and shit, but nothing pops out. There's no cinematic. There's nothing like that at all until you go up that motherfucker and you see him for the very first time. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Where was the build up for this shit?
You say, what are these skeletons?
You know what I'm saying? Like what's this skeleton dragon? What the, nigga, dark, red eyes, black dragon ass fucking thing is this? When was this here? They didn't mention shit. They didn't like have an illustration. They didn't do anything. Even in the tapestries, right? They were more so hiding up and covering up the dogs than they were the actual Darkest Day. Like, what the fuck is the Darkest Day? What the fuck is the Darkest Day?
You know what? On an optimistic level,
and they could add to that.
I'm definitely with you. Yeah, I was gonna say they could definitely add to like the story that we keep questioning. That's what they can add to. I'm 100% with you on the fact the Sword and Shield was very disappointing as a story, but in terms of what they have the potential to do, and this is I get that everybody's.
I'm not doing potential no more. I'm not doing potential.
Yeah, yeah. After X and Y, potential sucks.
After X and Y, dog, any potential Pokemon has in anything means nothing to me until I see it.
Oh damn, man, the face.
Because X and Y, y'all know me. I have never slandered X and Y at all until recently, because I realized that no matter what potential Pokemon can do, it's really up to what they want to do. And while yes, they could do DLC, they could do all this extra add-on shit. You know what's probably gonna happen? We're gonna get a Sword and Shield 2. We're gonna get a year's worth of updates with the fucking raids and shit. And hey, here's a Sword and Shield 2. Why? Because Sword and Shield sold more than Sun and Moon, so guess what? We know you niggas gonna eat this cell just like everybody else did. Ah-ha-ha. And that's what's gonna happen. And that's, and I want you to know, and everybody knows this shit. Everybody knows this shit. I have sat here and I have defended X and Y literally since them bitches came out. I have talked about what they could have done, what they should have done, what they could have did, what I would have did. They could have did a lot of shit with those games. They could have. There's so much X and Y. They dropped the ball. I want you to know, speaking about X and Y makes me mad. It makes me that is the only time Pokemon has ever made me really, really mad, is with how much how much potential X and Y. If X and Y would have went with what they could have done, they would have been the best Pokemon games hands down. I promise you. But they didn't. Because it's the woulda, shoulda, coulda shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we got. What the games could have been is not what we got. So until I see action, I don't want to see potential. I don't even want to hear that shit for Sword and Shield.
We need a new team for Game Freak. Like I get that they have their staples and they add on, newer people. Game Freak needs to, and I've said this for a long time about a lot of companies, especially Nintendo in particular. They got a lot of old heads that need to just get out, go leave.
But you know what's crazy though? Junichi Masuda isn't that out of touch.
It's not that he's out of touch. It's
the team is out of touch. Because you gotta think, it's crazy as fuck. And I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to this shit. I read all the interviews and shit, right? That nigga Masuda is ahead of what he has it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
If you hear him talk about Pokemon, he'll sit here and tell you everything that they want to do. But guess what they can't? That's what they say. We can't do it. Why? Why can't you do it? Because this, that, and the third. And he'll give you valid explanations, but for some reason, people have this assumption that they know what the fuck goes on in the industry and behind these game companies and what really goes on behind this shit. So they'll be like, oh, Pokemon is a $9 billion company, but forget that the games only do half as much as the merchandise.
Not
the
even
TCG. They don't even have. The game's like the lowest source of income from the company.
Like I said, the game only did six million. How much did Detective Pikachu make?
Honestly, I don't know. How much did it make?
How much
Let's
press?
find that out real quick.
No. How much press did Nintendo Pikachu make? Remember that. Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu is a movie. They've been promoting that shit a lot more than I've ever seen them do a Pokemon game. I promise you. That's my thing. People swear they know what the fuck's going on in Pokemon, but you gotta remember, Pokemon isn't just the games. It's
Detective Pikachu, 431 million worldwide.
400?
431 million worldwide.
Sword
Now,
and Shield, Sword and Shield, they sold
6.
more. They sold more than Sword and Sun and Moon. But remember, Sun and Moon only sold 6 in a week.
right.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Trust me. When it comes to Pokemon, the games themselves are like the least priority when it comes to this shit. The games, they are just there to just give you some shit to play. Nigga, if we really wanted to, we shove the anime down your throat. You're already buying merchandise anyway. We don't give a fuck about what you gotta say about the games. The TCG still popping and shit. Nigga, you're still buying plushies. Who gives a fuck what your opinion is, my nigga? As long as you still bro, look at this shit. Hold on, watch this shit. Watch this, bro. Nigga, as long as you still have look at this shit. And this is how you know I'm a fucking fan, my nigga. As long as you still have these bitches, look at these. As long as you still have these bitches, let's keep it pushing. Hold on. As long as you still have these bitches, as long as there are still gullible ass niggas that buy this shit, look at this shit. They don't give a fuck about nobody's opinion about no goddamn fucking Pokemon game. Because Pokemon games, they don't bring in that much money anyway.
Nope.
Compared to the anime, compared to the merchandise, compared to the TCG. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about this shit. They don't care. The Pokemon company is more than just the games. Yes, Pokemon is a $9 billion company. Yes, but guess what? They don't get that fucking... Game Freak does barely even sees that much money. Game Freak maybe gets like, nigga, a pie slice.
You could be damn for sure.
And they're
but
paying...
They definitely ain't getting that whole 6 million.
Exactly. They're not getting that whole fucking money. Like, they're not getting that. Like, who the fuck... What's going on here? So... They're damn near starving. Game Freak is not getting that money like that. So that's my thing. My thing is... And this is just to just bring it all back. My thing is... Pokemon is a $9 billion company, yes. But you have to understand that they want money. They will give you another version of a game before they give you DLC. Unless I can be proven wrong in the next like 3 or 4 months, expect the Sword and Shield 2 in the next year or so. They're going to promote it. They're going to promote it like a whole new game. They're going to show you fucking differences and shit like that. But guess what?
It's going to be the same.
Why you gotta do me like that, bro?
We get more Pokemon next year.
Oh, they add. Oh, fuck it. Instead of the 400 you get in fucking Sword and Shield, here's all 890. Here's all of them.
You a new one.
Yeah.
A new stack of
Oh yeah. Here's another 400 mons and another 35 that you can't fucking catch. What? So yes, I understand that people have these like expectations when it comes to Pokemon. I get it, but you have to understand this is just me being realistic, dude. This shit is not, they don't give a fuck about your opinions, my G. And I understand as a consumer, you can have your opinion, you can have like your your outlook on shit, you can have your wants and your demands for the games, that's fine. But you gotta be realistic here. You have to be realistic here. Trust me, there are a lot of shit that as a Pokemon fan, my nigga, I play these bitches too much. I literally have a channel. I literally am trying to branch away from this motherfucker. But I still know this shit. Nigga, I know Pokemon. To the fucking T. You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of shit that I want to fix in this goddamn series. But look. Unless everybody who has an issue with Game Freak is willing to say fuck it and not buy Pokemon next year, we're gonna get another. We're gonna get another mediocre game. We're gonna get another mediocre game. We're gonna get another mediocre game.
There's no such thing as talking with your wallet with this type of game. As a dad, I know what my kids want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pokemon is for the kids. Pokemon is not for the people with little voices trolling on the internet. It's not. It's not. Pokemon will never be boycotted because parents buy what their kids want.
Hey, but real shit though, ayo, support Digimon Survive when it comes out. I'm dead ass.
I'm gonna pick that game.
I'm gonna be in dead ass as possible, dog. Digimon has been a run. That shit for the last like 4 or 5 years have produced some of the best games. Nigga, Digimon Cyber Sleuth is better than Sword and Shield. I'ma just say it, and that's just not. Hey, look, I'm all for hot takes and shit, but I'm sorry, I played both
not a
of
hot
them.
take.
I played both of them. Nigga, Digimon Cyber Sleuth, both of those games, shit on Sword and Shield. And that Sword and Shield came out Sword and Shield came out this year. Those games came out on a fucking PSP. I don't want to hear it, my nigga, but continue with this. Continue with this, dog. But that's just my thing. I like Sword and Shield, but I don't like Sword and Shield. I like Sword and Shield for what it is right now. For anybody watching this who enjoys the content for Sword and Shield right now, do not expect this shit in the next 3 or 4 months. By March, I will already move on from this shit. These games just aren't for me. These games are not. These games just aren't for me, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. These games aren't it for me, bro.
Kakarot come out in January.
Kakarot comes out in January. Nigga, Final Fantasy VII comes out in March. Nigga, there are other games. There are other games. There are other games coming out that look more defined than Sword and Shield did before it came out. You know what I'm saying? And now that it's out, I can gladly say that the games that are coming out next year, I'm definitely on that ass.
Persona 5
comes out. God. The Zero collection comes out. I'm streaming now. I'm not going let's play, but I'm like there are much more games that just look better overall than I'm gonna just cover on the channel. So like I said, for anybody who is enjoying the Sword and Shield content, whether it's for me or the games, thank you nonetheless. I'm glad you enjoy it, but I want to say by mid-February, do not expect this shit to be on the channel. I promise you. I'm probably gonna upload another fucking nigga. Sage is getting done. Nexomon 2 is coming out. Fucking Phoenix Rising might be getting updated. There are fucking Pokemon fan games that are getting completed in 2020. Yeah, I'm not worried about Sword and Shield
next year too, man.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising ain't coming out, but Sage.
I don't believe in Phoenix Rising.
Sage is getting done. Nigga, we're here. Nigga, Cyberpunk is coming out. Nigga, come on, bro. We're here. That's just my thing, bro. Nigga, Last of Us 2. Come on, y'all. I still gotta play through Last of Us. I'm gonna play episode on. I've never beaten the game.
Oh, that's a stream.
That's gonna be a stream game. 100%. I'm gonna buy that bitch soon. I have never played Last of Us. That's a lie. I played the first hour. Anything after that, no. I haven't played it. I've seen the ending though, but I feel like it definitely would have hit me more if I played the game. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my friends definitely was like, bro, you gotta play this bitch. I said, I already watched the ending. Nah, you gotta play this bitch. I said, okay. Okay, cool. But I think when it comes to Sword and Shield, I like Sword and Shield. I really do. I'm interested in seeing where they're going now. Because this is one of those, if anything, is in the same vein as X and Y. It's just more complete. X and Y was a transitional game. This is another transitional game, but who knows if it's for the better or if it's for the worse. That's for us as the consumer.
Yes. And the best thing about it being a transitional game, it is right at the beginning of the Switch's life.
Ooh, facts. Because the Switch ain't going away for another 10 years.
Right. The thing with X and Y it was right in the damn near at the end of the 3DS's life. It didn't have enough time to basically catch on. With the Switch gonna be around for a while.
I'm gonna say this right now. We're gonna have whatever Sword and Shield 2. We're gonna have whatever 4th gen remakes.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, any fourth nigga, we're getting Diamond and Pearl remakes in Generation 8. Remember that. This
you know what I think we're gonna get?
Already a gas generation. We're gonna get Let's Go. We're gonna get Let's Go eventually.
I think we're gonna get an actual battle service.
Probably.
To hook up with home.
Probably.
And just like straight battles and pull from
like
your
how
home
Battle
account.
Revolution was.
Yep.
I like that.
But it's gonna be I guess a free service, but with like little add-ons for like storage or whatever, or you can buy.
How would that? Because like now that you mentioned it, I'm kind of curious if we were to get something like, let's bring up Battle Revolution, Coliseum, or not Coliseum, Stadium. You know, Stadium 1 and 2, Battle Revolution. If we did get something like that for the Switch, so just strictly battles for Generation 8 or Generation 9, whichever one we'll say Generation 8. Strictly battles for Generation 8. Would that be a good model? Be free to play, but in order to have your actual Pokemon, you have to have the other game to get the Pokemon from.
Isn't home going to be a paid service?
I think it'll be the same thing as
they never specify, but it might be Pokemon Bank again.
Yeah, that.
If it's a paid service, then I mean the only thing you would need to have would be Pokemon Home, and then you would link the battle service with your Nintendo account or whatever, have a friends list, send a battle, and it'll run on its own engine, and you'll play.
But you'd still need the Pokemon from
home, yeah.
No, from a main game. How do you get them on home?
Well, no, because the home is going to be able to be accessible.
Home is replacing Bank.
Home is replacing Bank. So literally all your 3DS Pokemon will be in there. All your Pokemon Go mons, you'll be able to migrate that shit over. You also will probably be able to. No. I don't think you can put. No. Sword and Shield. You can't put your Sword and Shield mons in Bank. You can only transfer forward.
Yeah.
No, you can't put them in Bank.
So
you'll be able to put them in Home.
No. You can't. No. You cannot. Pokemon Home takes all of the previous titles and basically only makes it to where you can either keep them in Pokemon Home and keep them there, or you can put them in Sword and Shield, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't go back. They don't go back.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like at least Bank did the opposite.
So if they were to do that,
both.
So if they were to do that, it would be one of those things where it's like, I feel like it'd be better because at that point it's like, hey, you have an actual Pokemon Bank. Meaning, if you did come out with like a battle service, it'd be a lot more easier because if I can't put my fucking Infernape in Sword and Shield, that's fine. I can put my Giratina and my Infernape in a fucking Pokemon battle thing. My competitive ready Mons from the last generation, just put them bitches in a new one, and we're here.
And that way, Game Freak has more creative control over what Pokemon they put in the next game. That's what I would do.
We don't and if you really want to focus on DLC, instead of just raid battles and instead of like whatever gimmick they try to push next, we could actually get like it'd be like a live service game where you play through Pokemon whatever next title is, and you get like clothing DLC, you'll get like storyline DLC, you'll get like shit like that. It'll be more emphasis on the actual game content versus the online connectivity shit, because guess what? Hey, we understand you people like battling, but there's an entirely different function for this. As you can put all your mons in, put them over there. If you want to breed, you can. That's you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to shiny hunt, that's you. But that's in the actual game themselves. If you want to battle, you can deadass sit here and breed up your mons, have your mons competitively ready. Imagine how Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. Who remembers Diamond and Pearl Battle Revolution Wi-Fi battles?
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier.
Who remembers? Everybody in the chat say I, because if you were around for that time was amazing. It was literally a time where you could either live battle on Diamond and Pearl for the playbacks, or you can play through Battle Revolution and that be it. You can do either or. That's two different types of Wi-Fi battles. That's two different types of content.
Yeah,
and that would still be content in the game. Because you can still battle in the game, but those are more like friendlies and shit. But that Pokemon battle shit would be like, it would have the VGC options, it would have the singles options, it would have damn near the the free for all options. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll have that. And now Pokemon is essentially, and this is my thing, Sword and Shield to me are like a hybrid mobile game and console game. And if that's where Game Freak is going with their games, where they're like a live service mobile game just for $60, that's where they should go. Because look how successful Pokemon Go was, right? Look how successful Sun and Moon were. Now let's mix the two. You see what I'm saying? Let's mix the two.
Now hear me out, because this is exactly why I'm going to school, because I'm trying to be a game designer, and I'm supposed to. Basically, the game designer's job is to make up the idea and pitch the idea, and then work with the dev team to get shit straight, and then move on. But this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, this is what the Pokemon community needs. They need a battle service that could be pushed from.
Man, Game Freak gotta hire me, my nigga. I've been slaving away too fucking. I got an Entei tattoo. Hey, Game Freak, I'm right here, my nigga. Hey, bro, my next tattoo. This is a custom Entei. You can't find this shit anywhere, my nigga. Don't say I don't love this shit, dog. Bro, my next tattoo is literally a fucking. What was I gonna get? I was gonna get the fucking luxury ball over here. That ass. Don't say I don't love this shit, my nigga. But
it's my favorite ball.
That luxury ball is fucking gas. Luxury ball is fucking.
I think mine's probably Moonball.
Ooh, bro. One of my friends. Oh shit, Robbie. What the fuck? One of my friends is trying to hatch. He's trying to hatch a shiny Eevee in a Moonball, so he can have a shiny Umbreon in a Moonball. I'm like, you're so fucking sweaty. He's like, let me be. I'm like, nigga, that's a dream though. But that's my thing. Like, my thing is like, I don't know. I feel like I want you to know. We're only in one of the three topics that we were supposed to get into. We were already like an hour, 30 minutes in. So let's spend like maybe like 5 minutes on this to continue on to the next one. But that's my thing. Like, Pokemon itself is just like, dude, like, we're getting into a point now where a lot of the older audience is starting to show their age. And they're starting to show that, one, they're growing out of Pokemon. And the direction of Pokemon that Game Freak is going into is not for them. I've seen a lot of people compare Sword and Shield before the games were released or whatever to Persona 5, to Dragon Quest 11, to all these other Japanese games who, in my opinion, have to be better than Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? They have a smaller budget, but they have to be better than Pokemon. They have to be.
Because if they're not going to survive.
Because if they're not going to survive. That's my thing. Like, oh, hey, Persona 5. The best thing about Persona 5 is the aesthetic and the music.
Mm-hmm.
Without that game is fucking whatever.
It's just a basic RPG.
It's the basic RPG with basic ass characters, the basic cliche storylines, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's that aesthetic. It's the red and black aesthetic. It's the music that fucking trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Look at Octopath. Octopath is literally the perfect traditional RPG in 2017, 18.
It was 2017.
It is the most perfect traditional RPG of modern times. It has a built-in speed up button, so grinding isn't that excessive, right? It has that old GBA styled that whole bitch shit that people like back in the day. Very traditional, turn-based. Characters are there. They have their own stories and shit. When they come together, they don't overlap anything. You know what I'm saying? Very traditional, very classic. The music's amazing, and that's it. But remember, Octopath got overshadowed by a lot of games that came out around that time too. But that's not negating the fact that Octopath was an amazing RPG.
It was.
And that's my thing. You have these games that have smaller budgets because they have to be better than Pokemon. Because my thing is this. There's no RPG, no matter how better an RPG is, nothing is beating Pokemon. We're damn near going on 30 years of Pokemon, nigga. It's just still at the top. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is beating this shit. Nothing is. Nothing. So, honestly, I wish I was around. I wish I was around to see the impact that first gen had. I really do, because I was young. I was a baby when OG Red and Blue came out. I didn't start playing Red and Blue till like 2002, and that was when Gold and Silver came out already. That's when the Hoenn shit was starting to come through. I came in through that transition. That's when I started. But I was never around for that impact because that was a breathtaking. People talk about that shit like it was legendary.
It was. I was
Yeah, bro. When you hear like older people like Mikey's age and shit talk about what Pokemon was back in the day for Red and Blue, they make this shit like sound like it was the second coming of fucking Jesus. They do.
Doc, well, let me tell you. So I grew up as a Mega Man head. You know, I absolutely loved Mega Man. Like the action, all that kind of shit. Was it Shining Force? Was it Breath of Fire? Phantasy Star? I didn't touch that shit. I didn't touch that shit at all. I didn't like RPGs. I didn't want to sit there and fucking read. That wasn't fun to me. But my cousin.
That's very contradiction. That's very
no, but listen.
Mega Man has story. Not the OG Mega Man's, yes.
That's what I'm telling you. This is 1996. This is 1996, mind you. Like NES and SNES was still around. Mm-hmm. They were the main things. PlayStation was just coming in. So Game Boy is hot. They got Pokemon. So, yeah, I'm about to show my age for real. But my grandma bought me. We need you. My grandma bought me Sega Channel.
Okay, I don't care. I know what that shit is.
Okay, so that was shit like you get to try out games, for free or whatever. It was a subscription service. It was trash, but it was a subscription service,
right?
And that's what I was saying. Like I tried out games like Breath of Fire and Phantasy Star and all that kind of shit, and I did not like them simply because there was no action. Like I don't want to push a button and then wait a second for you to attack. I hated RPGs. I did not like RPGs at all. And from what Chaos just said, Pokemon transcends RPGs because Pokemon was the one RPG that got me to play it. It was the one RPG that got me to play it, and I absolutely loved it ever since.
What about Final Fantasy VII?
Never played it. The remake is going to be my first time playing Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh, that's going to be nice. Okay.
So,
that's another, because I feel like in the 1990s, if it wasn't Pokemon, it was Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
If not that, because those two games off the top of my head from that era, those, like I said, I wish I was around for those shits. But the way that you hear people talk about them shits, like when they were around, it's like those are like legendary games.
I'm telling you, I'm absolutely telling you, like the SNES, NES era was probably some of the best time in gaming because everything was just so fresh. Everything was new. It was unexplored territory for both the systems. And then you get, N64 comes along and then all that kind of stuff. Growing up with all that was just an amazing time to be in. Mm-hmm. It was just like, you ever hear
I'm
about?
So jealous.
You ever hear about Capcom's golden era?
Yes, dude. Yes, bro. Bro.
Mega Man X2,
God, bro.
Mega Man X3, Marvel War of the Gems, Final Fight 2, 3, Street Fighter, all of that. That was Capcom's golden era, and it transcended into the PlayStation with Street Fighter Alpha 3, fucking Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel Superheroes, all that shit. And then it kind of hurt to see it die down after,
they just now Capcom just now started getting their renaissance.
Yeah, and now they're getting their traction back. And it's just like, damn, that's a whole lot of time to go through.
That's a whole because the last good, I guess, game that saved Capcom was Resident Evil 4.
It was Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7.
Oh, yeah, 7.
4 did really good.
No,
back when it came out.
Back when it came out, 4.
Right before their fall. Yes, 4 was
the saving
amazing.
grace. I think
and
recently
then they did their
remakes
on the GameCube for Resident Evil 0 and then Resident Evil 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
those sold actually well too. But after that, everything else they put out after that was just wasn't good.
Yeah, Project Cross Zone was pretty okay from Capcom.
That's a very niche thing.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love that game.
I like that shit. I understand.
So many worlds together.
Oh, what's crazy is that's the first time I actually played a tactical RPG was Project Cross Zone.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My first one was Final Fantasy Tactics.
Not bad. Tactics was
love
pretty
those
good
games.
for me too.
Tactics was
I like
amazing.
Tactics. Which Tactics though? Was it A2?
The first one.
The first one.
The
Okay.
very first one. That was like
Not bad,
that was
not
my
bad.
first. That was my first. That Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, Final Fantasy V Advance.
Hold on. No, nobody liked Resident Evil 6. I just want to let you know that nobody.
I didn't.
Nobody.
Final Fantasy V, that one Duel Masters games, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards were my first like batch of Game Boy games. I remember them bitches vividly. I remember I was ass at fucking Final Fantasy Tactics. It was until I got older that I realized what the fuck I was doing. And I just had a great time altogether. It was a really good fucking game. Honestly, bro, I don't know. There's too many sleeper games, bro. There's too many sleeper games, dog. For me,
War of the Lions has an amazing story. That is one amazing fucking story.
You know what's crazy? As much as I love this game, I still have yet to beat Chrono Trigger.
Me neither. Same. We're in
I
the same
have
boat.
yet to beat the game. I played it, of course,
And it's
put
really
my little
short,
hours
too.
in.
You know
Yeah.
I think I started
No,
it.
no,
on
no,
Twitch.
but you know what's
I
fucking
haven't
crazy?
started it either.
A lot of shit is a lot shorter than niggas remember. I thought Cowboy Bebop was like a 100 show anime, right? I go look at that session, it's 26. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, wait, what?
We
But that's-
binged that in a day.
No, but it hit me that that's his style. Like he mixed to where like all these shows, because you know the same nigga that made Cowboy Bebop is the same nigga that made Samurai Champloo, and
Yeah.
and his style is all of his episodes are like flagship episodes. There's not really a story until like shit doesn't start coming together until the last maybe 3 or 4. That's his style. That's a very old ass traditional anime style. All of them damn near were like that from back in the day. So I never understood that. I was too young to understand what the fuck that even was.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I thought Cowboy Bebop was long as shit. Nigga, that is 26, 27 episodes.
The reason you thought it was long as shit is because fucking Toonami kept playing the same goddamn episodes every weekend, and it lasted an entire summer's worth of fucking weekend, Saturdays, whatever.
Yo,
I'm like,
Toonami-
bro, every
Toonami was
fucking night that I
infamous
wake
for
up
that
at 3
shit.
a.m.
Toonami,
Why is Cowboy
bro,
Bebop
I
on?
cannot sit here and lie to you. Toonami made the fucking
You
Zabuza
said
arc.
Toonami?
Oh, I'm sorry, Toonami, Toonami, bro. Toonami made. I want you to know. I can sit here and tell you, I know all of the Zabuza arc by heart. They kept replaying that fucking shit from Naruto every single week. It was the exact same. Start of the fight. The exact same Kakashi episode where they keep doing this shit. Where it's just like they kept doing this shit. It's the same Zabuza and Kakashi fight back and forth for the next 4 or 5 fucking weeks, and it's like, bro, please end this shit. And we finally got that fucking Nine Tails episode, like Nine Tails part of the fight where fucking what's his name dies. I was so happy because, bro, I cannot sit here and tell you. I promise you. I did it, bro. It's 1, 2,
Nick knows the
3,
hand sign.
4, 5. It's like another one of these. It's like these. Some shit like this, and it's like, bro, if your ass don't stop speaking to me in sign language, bro, Kakashi with his.
Hey, y'all remember when we had
Bro.
to wait a year for Majin Buu?
Yes! Oh my god!
I hated
Why'd you bring that up?
Bro.
Dog, yo, we got Majin Vegeta. Vegeta killed himself, and that was it for a whole year.
You
My
know what's
nigga-
funny though? Because that was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be the end of Dragon Ball Z right there. The Toriyama made Vegeta the hero in his own life, and that was it. It was like, yo, Vegeta finally had so much character development that he sacrificed himself not only for his family, but a bunch of niggas that he said he hated all of his life. He don't like Kakarot. I hate your kids. I hate you, and I probably will fuck
Bro.
your wife. I'm gonna kill myself for everybody though.
I'ma
Like
be
that
real
was
with you.
supposed to be it.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I forgot about this, bro. My nigga, how many times have everybody seen the fucking Sasuke curse mark episode when he first got his
Oh my
curse mark?
gosh.
When he first got his curse mark and he kept replaying that fucking episode, that nigga, bro, I just was like,
Fucking
bro,
Orochimaru
can we
snakes his
stop?
head around 9,000 trees,
Can
and all
we
you hear
stop?
is Sasuke go, ah!
Can we stop?
Sasuke was
Man.
a little bitch, bro. I hate
That shit, I
Sasuke.
promise you, bro. When man, dude, they kept replaying so much shit, dude. It was tragic. Honestly, that's why I like Fully Cooley. Fully Cooley for me was like I saw the entire thing.
Yeah. 6 episodes.
I saw the Inuyasha too. I saw all of it.
That's one anime that I have not finished.
Honestly, Inuyasha is probably one of the few times Adult Swim has ever finished something.
Yeah,
one of the few times they ever, because that shit they replayed all of the first season or whatever, and at some point they just kept it pushing until the final arc. It took maybe like a year for the final chapter to come out, and when we got it, it was it. It was it. That's all we needed to see, nigga. I want you to know, I used to wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock for Inuyasha, literally, nigga. I will play the fuck, nigga. Where's he? Hold on, Inuyasha.
Play that theme song.
Hold on. Ending theme. The one with fucking Shishomaru walking through.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, that gas. Yeah, that's that gas.
Woke me up at 5 a.m.
That shit was that gas.
That shit would wake me up.
That shit was that gas. That's that. Like I don't know, bro. Man, I wish I was a kid again, bro. I'm playing that shit right now. Fuck y'all. What's the podcast? It's over. We're done. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're out. We're out. We're out. That's my outro. I'm gonna get that shit remixed. I'm gonna get that shit remixed. That's gonna be the fucking outro theme song from now on.
That's a banger for a lot of people, bro. That's a banger for a lot of people.
That's just fire. That's a classic, bro. That's a classic.
You know what's funny? So there's 3 anime in particular, and I don't remember the other one because I hate it that much. There's 3 anime in particular when I was a kid I despised, and I'm gonna tell you the ironic part on this. Cowboy Bebop.
Turn it up. I love that video so much. Turn it up.
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Big O. And again, I can't
remember.
remember.
Nigga, what to know about Big O?
Bro,
was it Trigun?
No, it wasn't Trigun. I need to watch Trigun. Someone told me that I remind them of Vash.
I name all of my Tyrannotars Vash.
Yeah,
that's a top 5 nickname. That is a top 5 nickname.
I would like it.
That is a top 5 nickname, bro. You don't like Big O?
It put me to sleep every single time. And whenever Big O came on in the middle of the night, I would literally go and leave the room. I wouldn't even turn the TV off. I would just leave the fucking room. I'll go sleep in the couch or some shit in the living room. I would leave the fucking room. It's so fucking boring. Like, maybe if I watch it now, it'll be way different. But Big O was so fucking boring as a kid because the same shit happened every time. It was the fucking guy that, I guess he's Big O or the master or whatever. I don't know, the fucking detective dude. And he's all like, bang. And then somebody dies or whatever. They get shot and they're like, you murderer or some shit. Big O shows up out of nowhere. He fights some big ass robot. And that's the end of the episode. I'm like, bro, every single fucking time Big O comes out of nowhere. He comes out every single time at the exact same moment at the end of the episode. It literally like 6 to 7 minutes before the fucking episode is done. Big O shows up. Toonami does a thing where it's like, vroom, Toonami. Next time on whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then Big O comes back and he blows some shit up. Can't stand it. Could not stand Cowboy Bebop when I was a kid. Couldn't stand it. Hated Cowboy Bebop. Shit was boring as fuck. The only thing that made me watch Cowboy Bebop was Faye. But because I didn't know who the fuck she was, I did not watch Cowboy Bebop. I only knew who she was. Yo, who's that chick with the purple hair and the big tits? I like her. But the irony in that is that
Faye made me stick around too. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The irony in that though is that Cowboy Bebop is it took me a year.
But no, but for real, like you really got to be on some.
I insulted Big O. Nick is gone.
You have to watch Cowboy Bebop as an adult because you ain't gonna get it as a kid.
Yes, exactly.
You're not gonna understand it as a kid.
That is literally, people question it why I like Cowboy Bebop so much, and I wouldn't say it's my top 5, but it's in my top anime. Like, it's one of the few anime that I can name off the top of my head that I'm like, that's a favorite. But Shampoo is definitely number 1 for me. It's just, Shampoo is damn near perfect in my opinion.
Are we going off of just like what we saw in Toonami? If we got to go on that, then my number 1 is definitely G Gundam.
G Gundam was pretty good too.
G Gundam was like my favorite. Every day after school, I was there for Toonami at G Gundam.
So you know what I was there for after school? It wasn't G Gundam. It was damn, which one? The little ones, the little Gundams.
SD?
Yeah, SD. SD sucked me into the Gundam world. I had the toys, and then because I was right on the time that Beat 'em On came out, Beat 'em On came out, and I was like, all right, cool. I like me some Beat 'em On. I had all the toys for that. And then they started showing SD Gundam. I was like, you know what? I fuck with this. Yo, Nick, I'm telling you, bro, you don't fuck with me in these toys, bro. The toys of the childhood. Toys of the childhood, man. What are you eating?
Are y'all done? Are y'all done? Bro, I had to sit here
We need to slander Big O some
and
more.
hear it.
We
No,
gotta slander Big O some more.
relax. After that, I sat here, heard you all speak. I don't want to hear it no more. I don't.
Hey, you like Zatch Bill?
Yeah, of course. What's wrong with you?
All right, cool. We good.
That's
We on good terms.
You know I didn't like Mare.
What the fuck? Oh, the character.
Mare was fucking ass.
Oh.
Mare was actual ass. I will say this though. Only reason why I watched Beat 'em On was because Digimon Frontier came out right after, or right before. Frontier was gas to me.
Frontier was good.
Frontier
That's the
was
one with the Goonimon, right? No, that's not the one.
no.
Yeah,
You got it.
Okay. Yeah.
You got it.
I didn't like the fairy girl though. I liked her. 'Cause,
What's
like,
her face?
for
I
reasons.
know who you're talking.
She turns into a half-naked fairy chick.
Dog, go beat your dick.
I already did that. I don't have
You
to do
were
that right
grown.
now. But anyway, like I'm not horny. I'm not. I'm just saying though, like I didn't like her. Her character was really fucking boring.
And you're 100% right. You're 100% right. But I hate you niggas.
Hey, don't be like that.
Why do you
Who's
hate
your
me?
favorite
I didn't
from
even say
Frontier, though? Main
anything.
cast.
Huh?
Who's your favorite from Frontier, the main cast?
Not Cody, his brother.
Which one was Cody? That was Lobomon, right?
Cody was the blue nigga. Remember the twins?
beetle?
Remember
The
the
beetle
twins?
dude?
Remember the twins? The twins. It was a nigga in the blue with the yellow shirt, and he had his
that's
brother.
Lobomon. He turned into Lobomon.
And he had his brother, and he had his like that. That was the whole purpose of that last little bit of arc and that entire thing.
Yeah, because his brother was evil, right?
I think he was like mind controlled. Then he became good.
Let me see.
How was that?
I don't remember what he digitized to. Let me see real quick.
That was it.
But yeah,
I'm
no,
seeing a lot of
I guess
Koichi.
his name
Yeah,
is
Koichi.
Koichi. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Who remembers Beyblade?
Tight.
Who remembers Beyblade?
I wasn't around
no,
for the Beyblade.
Koji was still. my
I
favorite.
was around for the
Fucking
Beyblade.
cool.
I was around. Honestly, I only fucked with V-Force. Like when they were like, I did not fuck with the original. I didn't fuck with like the original Beyblade. When Beyblade V-Force was coming around, I joined in as soon as they fought like the Cyber Bit Beast,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the way up until the G Revolution ship, and I stopped.
Wait, so you weren't around for?
I watched
Like
the
the
OG
original
Beyblade.
version?
I watched it. I
Okay.
didn't like it though.
Okay. That's
I didn't like that shit at all. Cause I don't know, it definitely showed its age. And at that time, a lot of shit was becoming newer anyway.
It was an anime that should have came out years before. it
Maybe
actually
like
came
4 or
out.
5 years before it actually came out exactly. And if that was the case, that would be fine. Cause I know from V Force all the way to G Revolution, that's an amazing anime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch the newer shit though. I don't watch the newer shit at all. I don't care about the newer shit.
I stopped after it might have been G-Force. No. It was the tiny metal ones. Whenever
The
they
Pegasus one with what's his name? What's that red hair nigga?
I don't remember the characters, but they were like, you know how Beyblades. So Beyblade, you had the spin tip, you had the base, you had the metal ring, and then you had the attack top, right? All right. Well, they changed all that shit somewhere down
Burst?
the line, and it might have been Burst. You guys would know it before I would, because I just don't remember the name of it. It was
I
just
don't
a
like that
tiny
shit at
metal
all.
one. It was a whole metal Beyblade, and that was it. There was no other part to it, so you didn't have the satisfaction of bursting somebody's Beyblade or making that shit explode. Dog, I'm telling you, in middle school, I would
Oh shit! Yikes.
breaking everybody's Beyblade. It's a good feeling, bro. It's a bad feeling when yours gets broken though. Then you got to go pick up the pieces. It's like a walk
Are
of
you
shame.
okay? You were depressed.
Bro? That's not me being depressed.
I used to. I
I'm
want you
just
to know.
saying.
I was a dirty motherfucker. I used to dead ass like go out of my way to break niggas' Beyblades. I'd rip them bitches hard. I bought the no. I bought the fucking like the actual gun. So like I would rip that bitch on purpose, hard as hell. I'm talking about I damn near break my fucking arm launching that
Yo, Melvin,
shit.
chill out.
And I gotta be real with you. That shit was fire.
Rip sticks.
All right, we
All
gotta
right,
get to
we
the other
gotta-
topics because we've been on this bitch for like 30.
Wait. I just want to ask you this:
Huh?
have either of you ever owned a dual disc?
No.
No.
I wanted one, but I didn't grab it.
I had a dual disc. I was king of my street because I had a dual disc.
I wasn't
I have
into
to duel
Yu-Gi-Oh
nobody.
like
You don't
that.
have to. If you got a dual disc, bro, and nobody else does, you automatically win. You know how much cheating you can do?
Because you're just standing up and they're sitting down.
All right. So you know the dual disc, you have the it had the slots, the little card slots.
Oh yeah.
You just load that bitch with a fucking trap card, like whenever you want, before you start the duel. Who's gonna check your dual disc? It's on your wrist.
Mhm.
Ain't nobody coming up. Hey man, can I look at your dual disc to see if you have any cards in there? Nah, bitch, get the fuck out before I beat your ass. That's a wrap, dog.
I hear you. What's the next topic? Next topic is: do y'all want to do Copa or do you want to do game of the year?
When are the nominations supposed to happen for Game of the Year?
Nominations are already out.
They're already out.
Or I meant like when do they get decided?
The awards don't come out. They don't come out till like December 12th, 13th, something like that.
Let's save nominations for
Last.
next Sunday then.
Okay. So
'Cause, what I'm thinking is we can do like a full video game podcast.
like a
for
full,
next
or like a
Sunday.
full.
Yeah. Because Mikey started mentioning like the golden years for Capcom. We started talking about RPGs. So I kind of want to get a taste for everybody's what we're into and what we're not into kind of thing, and that might lead into our opinions on the nominations, and it might justify some reasons for why we might think the way we do with certain games.
Okay, well,
can talk
the
about
the
Copa.
more depressing shit.
Copacabana.
You wanna go? You wanna go or what's up?
When's the next podcast?
You wanna-
Chill. They're gonna be, hopefully, if we can stick to it, it'll be every Sunday.
It's bi-weekly.
Oh, yeah, that's
So the
right.
next podcast won't be until the 14th. No, the 5th,
It
the
might be
8th,
the 14th.
the 8th or the
The 8th?
15th.
Hold on, wait.
If it's bi-weekly, so this is
I definitely
the
want to do
8th.
before.
It'll be
it's
the
the
8th.
8th. The next one's the 8th. So I think that'd be before the Game of the Year awards.
It'll be
Okay,
before
cool,
Game
cool, cool,
Awards.
Okay.
Dope.
Okay. So obviously, if anybody missed, I guess the stream, I may as well do the promotional shit right now. If anybody missed the podcast or any segments that probably you may or may not have missed, in the description section below, you get access to literally every single thing that's there. The Twitter account, the actual YouTube channel, where the playbacks get uploaded in little segments, as well as the entire full thing. Iyoku is the one that's running that channel. He makes the money from it. Go support that. We also have the actual podcast website, like the Anchor site that puts it on Spotify, puts it on. I want to do. I applied for iTunes. I don't know why it's not going. It's taking forever to process.
Like Apple Podcasts. or
Yeah,
whatever?
Apple Podcasts or some shit taking forever. But that's gonna be up there soon. But we have the Anchor link. You also have the Twitter, the actual YouTube channel, as well as everybody else's links that are involved. If anybody's interested in go checking it out, you can. So you want to go or you want me to go about this next one?
You talking to me or Mikey?
I literally know nothing about it, so I'm hoping to learn from somebody about this shit.
Okay. I feel like Nick has a lot more to say than I do,
Okay.
so I'm gonna ring it out first and get the short bit in.
Okay.
To start with, it shouldn't be controversial, but I know it is. There's a lot of people that are tripping about Copa that should not be tripping about Copa. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of smaller content creators that are. I feel like the gaslighting is coming into play with Copa, especially on Twitter and YouTube videos. A lot of people are like yelling about Copa. Has nothing to do with y'all. It does not affect y'all in the slightest bit. If you make a new channel right now and you fall under the guidelines of Copa, then you're just under Copa. If you don't, then you don't. The biggest thing when it comes to Copa is the spreading of misinformation. There's so much misinformation being spread around, even after YouTube came out with their announcement, and they were like, "Hey, this is to clarify what's going on with Copa." But in short, for those that don't know what Copa is child something, whatever. Basically, protection against children from being hit with targeted ads on YouTube or other media-like platforms. So if you're watching a show about or Beyblades, we're just talking about that. if you guys are making videos on Beyblades, talking about like the new hottest Beyblade, this Beyblade crushes other Beyblades, whatever, those are targeted towards kids because typically speaking, Hasbro is a kids thing. You can't have ads, so you have to tell YouTube that this is for kids. In the event that you don't do that, then YouTube finds out about it. That's where the scary thing about $42,000 fine comes into play because you lied. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that on its own, but that's the short gist of what COPA is. But aside from that, yeah, that's pretty much it on COPA. It's not a big deal. Not anymore. Now that they've clarified a couple of things, it's not a big deal. Content creators like myself, Mikey, Nick, we're pretty much fine for the most part. At least I think so. You guys can kind of speak up on that whenever you guys have that take for it.
The timeline was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This happened back in spring of 2019 when YouTube had to pay a large amount of money. Because they basically broke the law. And they know they did. They know they did. And they fucked up. They fucked up. They fucked up. And what it sounded like at first was it's weird as fuck because they wanted us to be friendly, like child friendly at first, and then I guess at some point that started to like bite them in their own asses and shit. So now instead of kid friendly content not receiving that much money, now it's mature content is receiving that much money. But essentially what happened, and then it all stems back to the bigger YouTubers, so people like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, the PewDiePie quote unquote nigger situation.
Yo, he did say it.
I said it.
You just had to throw that in.
This is it. This is their fault, my G. It's them.
Yo, he did say it.
It's all that shit. It all stems from the bigger guys with the childlike audiences promoting advertisements, doing like, paid sponsorships, receiving, brand deals, so there's different types of like ad types on YouTube, right? There are regular ads, there are personal ads that are like catered to whatever you watch. You know what I'm saying? So like say for instance, if I watch Pokemon content and I go on like another video, I'm gonna get a Pokemon video. I'm gonna get a Pokemon ad. And that person who I'm watching receives more money from that ad, and it will continue to show and suggest me videos revolving around what I do watch on there. Unfortunately, kids, you have children under the age of 13 who are using their moms or their parents or their own accounts, and they're watching channels of people who are obviously not their age. Obviously 10 years older, maybe 20 years older, who knows, promoting shit to them, getting ads ran through their shit, and it opens up that shit to these like, pedophile weirdos and shit like that. And so originally the act wasn't going to be anything until I think it was like 2023 or 2022, one of the other ones, right? And we were supposed to be in the clear of that, but unfortunately a lot of parents, a lot of activist groups started noticing that this is the shit that's going up on this website, and they complained to the government. And so because Betty, age 58, doesn't want her 8-year-old kid, who doesn't want to watch her kid, Charlie, age 8, and take care of that child. Unfortunately, YouTube had to take the bullet, unfortunately, and they had a strike. They got their law reimbursing them a lot earlier, and so now YouTube had to pay a humongous fine. A humongous fine. I forgot the exact number, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Wasn't it like 90 million or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was a
lot of money.
But
and so this is where the shady shit YouTube did. The reason why YouTube doesn't want to acknowledge this shit and they made it seem so black and white in the first place, it's because of money. It's because of money. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. What happened was back in August, a lot of channels were contacted whether or not their channels were going to be taken down and or hit by COPA as hard as everybody assumed they were going to be, and everybody started freaking out. For the last 4 or 5 months, it's been an issue on a lot of kid-friendly, family-friendly content creators' mind that their shit inevitably was going to be taken down, right? And now they made it seem like it was black or white. They made it seem like, hey, it's either your shit's child friendly and you get your shit taken down, or you're fine, you know. But they made it seem like it wasn't up to them; it was the FTC. They basically made it to where like they put it on the creators and not themselves. So on January 1st, the FTC are going to go and do a sweep on YouTube, and a lot of kid content is going to get taken down. But there's one thing that they denied to give anybody information on. It's the general audience, both the kids and the adults, which is majority of YouTube. YouTube is a general audience website, not for kids. In the last 2 or 3 years, YouTube has tried to push this whole kid website rhetoric. That's not what it is, really. You know, there are adults on this bitch. They don't. Come on, bro. That's weird. Why would I put my 8-year-old son, you know what I'm saying, on a website where niggas are being weird in the fucking comment section? No. So they didn't acknowledge the fact that there is a general audience on their website. The FTC had clarified recently, like this is like earlier this week, that when they were talking about doing a sweep on family-friendly, kid-friendly content, they didn't mean the general audience. And so they were centered more towards around channels like those little animation channels, was it those like really kid-centered shit?
Yeah.
Like specifically towards kids.
Mm-hmm.
Those
toys,
like toys,
still animations,
the little like still animations and shit. Those things, though, like the shit a child will look up. That's not Fortnite. That's not Minecraft. Anything gaming is general audience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube didn't specify that at all. YouTube didn't specify that at all. And so everybody for the last month and a half has been panicking because everybody thought we were going to be out of this bitch. I thought I was going to be out of this bitch. Afro, me and Nexus, I used to have conversations for the last week or so. Yoku's been here for this shit. I've seen channels upload videos of people. I've seen Shady upload videos on this shit. And everybody was really scared that gaming content was going to get touched by COPPA. YouTube decided to not tell nobody about the general audience clause in that act because of their money. When YouTube made it abundantly clear that there are advertisers on this website, the big companies, the people who pay most of the money on YouTube to be advertised on their website. They want their shit to be catered towards children. They want it to be catered towards children. They wanted it to be. Mm-hmm. They wanted it to be. They wanted shit to be put on everybody's shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a label. Fuck a kids label. Fuck a for not kids label. They wanted it to be put on everybody's shit. But if YouTube was to be so transparent, where it puts the content creators at ease and everybody else at ease, they would lose money on the advertisers, because in their minds, the advertisers just like, okay, if YouTube has to adapt to this, we're just gonna put ads on both. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna still put our money into that shit. YouTube is gonna get its money and that's it. Now they have to put more money into the general audience / mature audiences, which, you know, which makes them, the advertisers, lose out on money, because now their shit's not being watched by kids anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't want to make that shit transparent. YouTube themselves hit that so they can keep money coming to them from everybody. So while the advertisers are over the assumption that, hey, you know, we're just going to put our ads on that bitch anyway. You know what I'm saying? YouTube's like, no, because what's about to happen is they're going to separate this bitch. They are. There's gonna be a big ass segregation, but it won't be to the extreme that people think. So in terms of gaming content, so yes, you're watching this. Shady is fine, but
yeah, Shady's fine. He's worried
fine.
about some stuff.
He's fine. I'm fine. Nexus is fine. Afro's fine. Ioku's fine. Any gaming channel is kind of fine because gaming adheres to the general / mature audience on YouTube. Because everybody plays video games. Everybody plays video games. Everybody plays video games. The general audience, you know what I'm saying, is everybody. So, as far as the 4Kids, the 4Adults label that YouTube made niggas believe, the shit's not as black and white as they made it sound like. You know what I'm saying? And a lot more people are a lot more safe than we thought. And plus, I heard somewhere, I actually read in like the little act or whatever, that they're actually going to be paying us more to curse. So you know what that means, everybody?
There was an article.
You know what that means, everybody? Hey, yo. You know what that means?
Don't do it.
Bitch. Fuck. Buzzy. Cuck. Slut. Dot. What's that? Cumrag. Fucking dick.
Raised him. Who raised him?
Bitch ass nigga. Oh yeah. We evil today. Oh yeah. Yeah. We evil today. Who gonna stop me? The law, nigga? No.
Why are you like this?
I like feeling invincible, dog. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway. You know. We don't have to censor ourselves no more. I can say all the crazy shit I can now in videos. And apparently we can be paid more. All the child-friendly channels will be paid less. So at some point, yes, they're fucking over a lot of channels. But it's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to be selfish here and really think for yourself, because in actuality, like, if this shit don't affect me, I'm good.
And like, if we're being really honest with each other, like, you need to be 13 to at least have an account. Like, I know my kids watch YouTube and they watch children's stuff, but like, I monitor the shit that they watch, and you know, they watch shit like Funnel Vision, and they be watching those fucking what's that? That's those slime videos and shit. And it's just like,
people make slime videos.
Yeah, that shit's very popular. But it's like, as a parent, you have to be aware of what the fuck your children are watching. You have to be. And I mean, like, ads and shit, like, ads should never be targeted towards children. For the most part. Obviously, you want to advertise toys and shit, but I don't think
there's a reason why Cartoon Network had their specific ads.
Exactly, because Cartoon Network's for children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube isn't for children. There are, some channels that are tailored to children, but in the general sense, YouTube shouldn't be advertising to children. It just shouldn't. Now, if a toy company wants to advertise towards a technology channel or something like that, then yeah, that's fine. Because like 9 times out of 10, it's the parents that are going to be buying the toys anyway. And like, if children are on the internet, they're going to be looking up, well, hopefully, they're going to be looking up children's sites. And then they can find ads on the children's sites. But from the get-go, YouTube should have never even entertained the thought of advertising directly to children.
But Mikey, what if they don't?
Could have saved them $90 million.
Yeah. That's the L they gotta take, real talk. That's the L they gotta take. That's just the L. That's a big fucking L, dude.
Could have saved them $90 million. Being stupid.
That's what they get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what they get. Real talk. I mean, y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it about a brick with you, and this is about as honest. This is as honest as I'm gonna be. Really, this is as honest as I'm gonna be. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn kids. We do have an audience here. Like I do have like a small minority, 13 teenage audience here. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just like I don't make content for them. I don't make content for no goddamn kids. I play games. You know, I say nigga, bitch, hoe, all that shit.
Dear God.
Dear, oh my goodness, Lisa, watch this. I play that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't give a fuck about them kids. And when YouTube was doing this whole, oh yeah, you have the kid-friendly shit, or you're not gonna get no money, you don't know how mad I was. People were mad at me, like, Nick, bro, why'd you bleep out the cuss words? My nigga, do you want me to make money or what?
Hell no, you know they don't.
And it sucks because that's what it's come to.
Yeah, that's what. And until January 1st, shit's still gonna have to be censored until that fucking law goes through.
Mm-hmm.
So don't expect the PG-13 content till like 2020. But my thing is that I'm tired of receiving flack for shit that they make us want to do. YouTube makes you want to play the game. They make you want to play the algorithm game. But guess what? If we play the game, nigga, we get the flag. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Niggas, I remember I censored the very first time I censored Renegade Platinum. Niggas were down my fucking neck. Niggas were down my neck. And I'm like, look. I understand that niggas want to hear me, Nexus, and Super curse for 20 minutes. I understand people want to, like, you know, have that shit and they hate hearing the censors and shit. But you have to understand, unless all of y'all are donating $50 per video that day it goes live, all of y'all, meaning all 5,000 people that watch that series, you know what I'm saying? Unless y'all are donating $50 through Super Chat, I don't want to hear shit. I don't, because they're not paying niggas. They're not paying niggas to curse. They don't want that shit. Mm-hmm. I'd much rather get the 25, 30, maybe $50 on a video when it's censored than the fucking 2 or 3 that I would if it was uncensored. But niggas don't care. They want the free content. So that's my thing. My thing is, like, dog, like, I don't win here because now people don't like me. And now I have to fight the YouTube. You know, I have to fight the YouTube shit even more. Because here I am branching out. And you know, nigga, if you grow off of one thing, you know what I'm saying? And you start branching out, nigga, you better have some type of foundation. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's out for you. Because I promise you, if I didn't keep doing Pokemon when I branched out, when I started playing like fucking Resident Evil, Outlast, and fucking Slime Rancher and all this extra shit, if I wasn't still uploading Pokemon, I'd be gone. And then imagine that shit now. A nigga's on his own. Pokemon ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not going nowhere. I'm still branching out though. So it's just like, I don't know, dog. It's annoying as fuck. It's annoying as shit, dude. But I'm happy that now there's like a humongous difference. There's a humongous they self-imploded on themselves. The last 2 or 3 years, they've been promoting themselves as child-friendly for the last, like, what, 2 years? Mm-hmm. Since that whole PewDiePie shit. Oh, no, we're good. Trust me, we're fine. No. And that came and bit them in the fucking ass because they didn't do a good job censoring half the shit they were trying to censor. They kept pushing these reckless-ass videos on trending and shit. You know what I'm saying? Little pedophiles in the fucking comment sections. Oh, that video is number 2 on trending. What the fuck?
That shit is so weird to me how, like, they just didn't catch it. Or I guess if they did it, they just ignored it. And I'm like, why?
Money, dog.
I don't know, man. I feel like morals at that point, you gotta have something.
No, they leave everything to the fucking bot. Bots don't have no fucking morals.
And that's another thing too, is that, like, this is bullshit to me because guess what? For the last month and a half, they made content creators feel like they were gonna fucking they're going to lose their livelihood. Instead of being transparent and saying, hey, there's a general audience, so you might be fine, right? And if your channel doesn't meet these certain criteria, you're fine. Instead of them being transparent, they deadass made it seem so fucking black and white just for them to make money. Because guess what? Advertisers don't give a fuck about this bullshit. They just want their fucking ass on the site that they can make money. Yeah. YouTube wants the money that they're giving them. And guess how much money they're going to lose when they separate the audience? A lot. A lot.
Hellas.
Unless these fucking PG kid-friendly channels are uploading fuck damn near porn. They're losing their channels in January. They are. Nobody's stopping that. But guess what? Whose fault that is? YouTube. Because for the last 2 or 3 years, they've been pushing this whole child-friendly shit. You have all these child-friendly channels blow up in the last 2 years. Have random pedophiles in the comment section. Fucking, you had organizations striking up and shit against them. They did it themselves. This is their fault. I don't feel bad for not a goddamn person for this entire debacle. Sure, it sucks that motherfuckers about to lose their channels in January. I don't give a fuck. It's not me.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube lost 100. I don't give a fuck about YouTube. If it was up to me, if I had 150-something patrons, I'd be fine. You know what I'm saying? If I had my shit centered elsewhere, I would be fine. But that's not the case here. It's not the case. That's not the case right now. So this whole Copa shit, I'm glad there's more information out. I'm glad I don't have to sit here and watch Shady upload 5 fucking videos on this. Because he's fine, by the way. I'm glad I don't have to...
called a boy out like that.
What you mean? I don't like seeing that shit. Have you seen Shady's face in those fucking videos?
I've only seen the one.
As a friend, that shit hurts to see.
I haven't seen the other ones. Has he really uploaded 5?
No. It's maybe like 2 or 3 of them. But come on, dog.
That's still a lot, though.
Yeah, that's 2 or 3 of him. That's 2 or 3 of him basically saying, "Hey, I may or may not lose my fucking channel," and you can hear it in his voice. He sounds defeated. You can see it in his face. He sounds exhausted. Nobody wants to fucking see that. Come on, dog. I'm glad there's more information now so people can shut the fuck up. And YouTube gets what they deserve. This is them. Yeah. This is their fault. Literally.
Get what you fucking deserve.
This is their fucking fault, dude. This is literally all them. They deserve this shit. Nobody else does. The content creators, dog. We are the last niggas that should be at fault here. You want to know why we're the last niggas? Because we were playing YouTube's game.
Yeah.
YouTube, for the last 2 or 3 years, they told niggas, hey, clean up your fucking act or you're not making money on this site no more. So okay, cool. Niggas cleaned up their act. Niggas cleaned up their act, and guess what? They got trending on YouTube, and now they're getting their channels taken away. Who are those niggas blaming?
Fucking Jay.
I see Jay. Who are those child-friendly channels blaming? They're not blaming themselves. They're blaming YouTube. Because they were playing
YouTube's fault.
They were playing YouTube's game because YouTube has made it this way. This is their fault. If YouTube didn't have this bullshit algorithm,
bullshit bot, and bullshit explanation, trash ass communication with their own community and shit, we'd be fine. We will be fine. Literally. We'll be fine. I hate going to... I want you to know I hate going to like 5 or 6 different fucking managers to get a question answered, and y'all don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm tired of going to YouTube niggas. Cool, I'm tired of going to YouTube niggas, asking them questions, and they don't know what the fuck's happening. Right, comparing your shit to their shit.
Right, like what the fuck's happening? Like, bro, I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I'm happy that this information is out now, so we can all shut the fuck up and just wait for this fucking day to happen. Because guess what's gonna happen? All the channels that are kid friendly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For them, dog.
It's a wrap for them, dude. It's a wrap. Man, my heart goes out to them. Because these are people. Because even vlog channels aren't in the clear.
Yeah.
Those family channels aren't in the clear.
There's one particular channel that comes to mind that I'm actually kind of worried about. I only know him through Dashy though, but I know he's pretty big.
Teependale?
No. Teependale is straight up fine. That motherfucker has ass and titties in every video.
Facts.
What's big black guy, real goofy. Does a lot of shit with Dashy all the time.
Corey?
No, not Corey. Corey's not big.
Black guy? Oh, you say big, you mean
Lamar. Thank you.
Lamar?
Yeah,
okay.
Oh,
Lamar.
okay.
Yeah, he's one channel that I'm actually worried about. Like,
bro, I forgot Lamar even had a channel, bro.
Yeah,
wow.
Hey,
like
he's
he's literally the epitome of black family friendly.
That nigga's good.
Yeah,
That
he's
nigga's
fine.
good.
He's fine.
Like my old game.
Even if he does,
wouldn't let his
if
kids watch anything, but he was watching Lamar with them. Like that's how good Lamar was.
If he loses his channel, he's still gonna be fine. Lamar is set.
He's definitely put his.
He's definitely made his money.
Place, but still, like, it comes down to a matter of like losing your channel is one thing, right? It's still a lot of people's passion. Some people are doing this for their money, sure, but the real big thing comes down to like whose passion is it?
And that's what kills me.
Because like you're taking away someone's actual passion. Like, what are they gonna do? Go to they can't go to fucking Vimeo or whatever the fuck it is. That shit ain't doing the same thing as YouTube.
When this shit came up,
keep saying find an alternative, but YouTube is literally it's a monopoly right now. It's got Google in its pockets, it's got Amazon in its pockets, and now you got a bunch of different organizations YouTube doesn't make its own decisions anymore. It's everyone else. Everyone else makes makes decisions for YouTube.
I was talking to Alpha about this shit, and I was really sad because it's definitely showing. I don't know. YouTube's death clock has started to tick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't know about that.
What you mean?
Because in order for YouTube to die, there has to be something to take its place. As long as YouTube's around, YouTube is going to YouTube, and that's just a fact.
I think a better way to say that, it's not YouTube's death clock. It's
the creators'
creativity.
The creators' death clock.
YouTube's death clock. I think
that's what I mean.
A better way to say
like I remember.
You'll still have the people that they move with the wave. They'll keep doing whatever they got to do to try and make that little bit of money that they can.
Mm.
But for the most part, like, all right, let's just say the Copa shit was legit and it was coming after.
And it was everybody.
Like, all of us will be gone. You know?
And that's sad as fuck because I can't upload a video saying, "Hey guys, I'm going away."
Yeah, like half.
I'm going to Twitch, damn near.
Not even that, you literally just moved out. Like YouTube is the bank pocket for that right now, And if YouTube were like, "Yo, all right, so all these channels are going away," I
was scared as fuck when that shit got. I'm not gonna hold nobody, bro.
Where you gonna go?
When that shit,
you personally can't go back to where you just left.
When that shit came out and niggas were like overreacting, gassing that shit up, I dead ass sat here and I genuinely was just like, what the fuck's happening? Like honestly, I don't delve deep into the family shit, but obviously my family's kind of chaotic right now. I literally just moved. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is, until I get like a little side thing or like some extra money comes in from YouTube, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't have anything besides YouTube and besides whatever content creation is or whatever. I dead ass was just like, damn, bro, if this shit like really happens, what the fuck is gonna happen to me? I was scared. Like, I was genuinely like, fuck. I was lost. I feel like the whole week or whatever until more information started coming out, I just was sitting there. I'm just like, bro, fuck, dude. I was like, this. I gotta rethink a whole new strategy plan and shit. I was like, bro, what the fuck? This made me want to like start applying everywhere. I'm like, bro, I gotta start doing some shit or something. Fuck.
I really thought you were gonna say Patreon, like not like normal.
I would go to
like dude.
Oh,
I thought you were going that route because you mentioned P, and I was like, yo, there's no way he's making a joke about Patreon right now.
No, I'd go to Patreon. If I really wanted to, I'd be like, damn. All right, y'all. Copa got us fucked over. I obviously can't make money on this site no more. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you all wanted to support the boy and shit like that. But we just can't do this on this site no more. Patreon, you know what I'm saying? For $5, $9, $12, $20, I can deadass put all of my shit on here. Like hey, honestly, I would deadass take away the $1 tier, make it to where it's only 5, 8, 12, and 20. Yeah. And just put like everything on there. Like everything, like the fucking the verses with Nexus and Supra, the solo shit.
You would have to at that point.
Yeah, like, I would have to. It would have to be a channel. So I mean, and people, I was sitting here and I was ready for the humongous decrease in just supporters or whatever. I was just ready for it. I was ready because people find out they have to pay for some shit. They abandon shit quick as fuck, and then when people find out they have to go to a place where you primarily have to pay for shit, they're definitely not coming through. Unless they have it. So it's just like, damn, bro, like I'm really about to lose hella money off this shit. I'm really about to lose hella audience members off this shit. I deadass got my Twitter taken down a while ago. I have to, not everybody follows me on Twitter. Oh, yeah? And so I was just like, I mean, shit, dude, this is terrible. So that's just my thing. Copa, we're in the clear. We're in the clear. As far as I'm concerned, I really don't fuck with YouTube how they did that shit. In the next year or so, I don't know. I'm gonna probably start promoting other social medias in the next year or so. Like 2020 will probably be the year where I'm just like plugging a lot of my shit, like Patreon.
I think in your position in particular, Twitter, you have to start looking at different avenues. Yeah. For where you can dump certain things, where you can start investing. I know a lot of content creators have their merch thing that they like to do, but that can only go so far.
Yeah. Merch isn't hold on. Merch isn't as profitable as it used to be. Back in the day, merch used to be like banging. You were a big YouTuber, pop up the merch shop, and niggas are buying your shit hands down. Yeah. Now it's just like this shit. Now it's like shit. Niggas only buy my shit when it's on sale. You gotta promote them damn sales.
$20 was like, I guess it was still a lot of money for a shirt. But back in the day, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not remember buying. Like whenever I brought the ODS shirt, I brought
which one?
Shirt, the original, the one I showed you on the stream last time.
With the spray can?
No.
The fire?
I'd have to go and grab it. Only the squad on the back. I know there's a thingy up here.
The one with stay the course on the back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
That's the second one.
That's the second one.
Yeah, the first one is like ODS with the spray cam, 301 plus spray cam. It's okay, nigga. Never remembers that.
Yeah.
Them bitches did so good though.
Yeah, I still got my shirt.
Yeah, they were good, but I know they weren't 20. At least not when I bought it. It wasn't 20. It might have been 15. Or it could have been 20, but it's that shipping and handling shit. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why people don't buy
merchandise that they used to.
Yeah.
I try to make my shit at least like wearable.
Making mugs and
I'm not gonna hold you. I try to make I think the best thing about me, I feel like I have the best merchandise out of like all my peers. And that's just not me just eating my own ass. That's just me being as 100% honest with you as possible.
Time out.
Yeah, bro.
That's not your new thing. You're not gonna start saying that. No,
I just said it once. Relax.
Yeah, but we're gonna leave it at that one time. You're never gonna say that again.
Cool. I'm not gonna sit here and eat my own ass, but I do think.
You did it on purpose.
But I do think that I have the best merchandise out of my peers. I think I do. Why do you think that? Well, because my main thing was I understand having a niche community joke and shit like that. I understand having like something that your community can get with or whatever. But my motto was I don't want people to fear walking around with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I like my shit to be I like my shit to be casual. Like it's if you know who I am, it works because they're like, oh shit, that's so and so shirt, right? Yeah. But if you don't, you're automatically just like, yo, that's a fucking dope ass shirt. Instead of just being like, oh, I'm embarrassed to go out with this fucking, you know what I'm saying, with this like fucking Pokemon shirt with a catchphrase from your favorite YouTuber. That's weird. The shirt stands on its own. I don't have to do anything with it. Like the Sacred Summer shirt where it's dead ass just the logo of me and like the little like fucking colors and shit, and it's Sacred Summer. That passes off as a regular ass shirt. Or the Pokeball gang shirts. Yeah. Those passes off regular, casual, neutral shit. But if you know of me, you know that shirt. You know I have that shit. It's mine. The 96 could be anything. But if you know me, you know it's mine. The Renegade Knicks shirt is probably the most... That's probably the most community-centered shirt I've ever made. Even the Entei one. You know what I'm saying? The one where I put my whole tattoo out on that bitch. Mm-hmm. This could This could be like deadass Alliant tribal shirt, right? For but the blacks. But if you know what this is, you know that it's an Entei, and it's a custom made Entei for this tattoo that I just put on a shirt. But only you would know that. You know what I'm saying? Only you as a person who know who I am would know that. That's literally it.
I know we're not talking about that at the moment. I just want to, because I see your comment right there. Yes. It really comes down to the easiest way I can explain it is just research before you decide to like do something. If you know what your channel is going to be, like, I don't know, let's just say you make a channel about comic books, right? And you're like, all right, cool, I'm just going to talk about comic books and everything related to comic books. You're good because kids read comic books, adults read comic books, old white ladies read comic books. Like, everybody reads comic books.
Nah, Bertha's not reading comic books, dog.
Bro, Bertha definitely reading comic books. She just don't tell you about it.
No. Bertha is spying on her black neighbors, fiending over her middle-aged neighbor's black semen, while while she's calling the old black lady who's married to her neighbor, she's calling her a bitch. Meanwhile, she's cooking. Or she has tea and crumpets downstairs and fucking peppermints.
What is wrong with you,
Check his porn history. Check his porn search, bro. Check his history search.
Yo.
There's really something wrong with you.
Check his porn history, bro. You're wild.
Yo.
Absolutely wild.
Stop judging me.
Hey,
fuck is up with y'all?
I'm judging every day of the week.
You get like the
chains.
You get like the old people caramel candy. That they be having in the jar. The little strawberry joints with the strawberry wrapper. Them bitches be smacking. Them bitches be smacking. I don't know where you get them from, but them bitches bang.
Them hoes hit on Sunday morning.
Some cream or whatever. They're called like creams or something like that, or creme, whatever they're
called.
Some
shit. Nigga,
cream savers?
The butterscotch joints, you already know.
They're like the cream savers or whatever.
Oh yeah, them motherfuckers.
Nice. Nigga, Bertha getting tipsy at the altar. It's a wrap, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Let me go before I get canceled. All right, I think we touched on everything that we need to touch on today. We've been live for